Hello, it is I, Elle-C, and I am a VTuber who primarily plays retro games, although I do play some modern games as well. And before we begin the stream, we will start with a channel briefing of my community guidelines, or how I expect everyone to behave on this channel. Let us begin. On spoilers. I don't care about spoilers. Spoil away. Spoilers are overrated. You'll still experience the scene the same way when you get to it yourself. On backseating. I love knowing about how to get through a game in advance, especially if you're experienced in the game I'm playing. Don't withhold information. Tell me about it, unless I tell you not to. By default, backseating is allowed, but please observe common courtesy. Know when you're flooding the chat and no one else is interested. On Mobile Legends. I'm better than you, noob. Stuffu. On jokes, pokes, and heckling. I'm generally fine with anything, but learn to read the room. If I'm not responding, I might be trying to tell you something. On music requests for rhythm game streams. One request at a time. Don't make multiple requests at once consecutively. Use common sense and common courtesy. On chatting with other people on stream. You know what? Use my stream as a chat room to talk with your friends as much as you want. Just keep in mind that some people may also want to pay attention to the game or to whatever it is I'm streaming. Why is everyone a mod? I'm part of a retro gamer community wherein that is the norm. You visit my streams regularly enough, I'll eventually give you a wrench, so that you can easily follow other people's channels and become part of the community. If I judge you as someone worth bringing into the community, I might just mod you immediately. It has nothing to do with moderator duties. I only ask that if you spot any trolls, please ban and report them right away. Uncommon courtesy and respect. Respect me and the people chatting in my streams adults welcome, but no personal attacks, whether direct or indirect. Passive-aggressive behavior will not be tolerated. Just so you know, I have certain administrators in the chat with higher privileges than regular moderators. So, with that said, thank you very much for listening. If you're interested in my VTuber lore, it's the top video in my channel. With that said, we will now begin with a segment called Elle Talks, wherein I talk about a random topic which I have chosen for the day, or I may play a game, like a short game that I chose for the Elle Talks segment. And this is a pre-show which lasts anywhere around 40 minutes to an hour before the main game begins. I trust that this is reasonable enough, so let us begin. Here we go. Hello, it is I, Elle-C. Super tired, but welcome to the stream. It's been a very long day. With that said, I know your day is just getting started right now. How are you doing, guys? Hello. So, I thought I'd just do a chill chatting stream. Maybe, I don't know. Play some games. Just some chill little games. Path of Exiles 2, what about it, Sir Jacob? I don't think I can even play that. What was I? Oh yeah, I wanted to figure out how to stream my phone to my PC now that I have a new router. It's not cooperating with my Wi-Fi receiver for some reason. I have no idea why, but it's not cooperating with my Wi-Fi receiver. Like, I get disconnected after a few minutes or so. So maybe I'll try to figure that out. Welcome here, always. That said, let's try to figure out phone mirroring. Let's see what it says here. Cast to Windows 11. Help to cast from phone. Let's see. Enable wireless display. Settings. Apps. Optional features. So go to optional features. New features. Wireless display. Right? Yes. Next. Next, add. Okay. Adding wireless display to PC. Done. I just get BlueStacks or something to emulate. Now I want to cast my phone to Android. I already have a phone emulator for Android, Katsu. And welcome to the stream. So right now, what I'm doing is trying to... why don't I just window capture this one first, so you guys can see what I'm trying to do. Good idea, myself. Discord. Not Discord. There. Hello, Nosorian. Happy holidays to you as well. Trying to do something like this. Okay, wireless display is being added. Why is it taking so long? Shoes available everywhere on secure networks. Okay. I guess it needs to download something. So it's taking so long. Maybe you should, Katsu. Maybe you should. We don't have too many skyscrapers here in my area of the Philippines. It depends on where you live. Here in Iloilo City, Philippines, skyscrapers not so much. We've got a few like maybe 25, 24 floor buildings. And that's about it. Up until a few like a decade or so ago, we couldn't even have, like, buildings which exceeded 5 floors, apparently because the foundation would push the island below sea level. Still have low confidence in Philippines' city designs. What city designs? They just put buildings anywhere, everywhere. There's no such thing as development planning here. Well, there is actually, but let's just city designs. Just go clutch those city designs or whatever you say. We do have the development planning at the local government level, by the way, city level. How do I know? My former professor who died this year was the head of the city development planning office. You can see it now. People making brand new roads. Who needs a map? We got Google Maps. The satellite can see exactly what's happening and map it out. You can also just edit it and add stuff yourself. Pharaoh Keep, I don't know what that is. In Dark Souls. Well, I haven't played Dark Souls. I played until the first boss in Dark Souls, which you just kill by throwing those explosives at it. It dies, it melts so fast. Cause you got no map, you know. Oh yeah. It's a feature, you don't have a map. Why, even in that game that Adan is playing, Titan Souls, you don't have a map. Because it's a feature in Souls games. Mortal Shell did not have a map either. Just sort of go in the general direction until you familiarize yourself with the layout of the place. Good thing the map is pretty small. Speaking of which, it's been a while since I've fired up Mortal Shell. Maybe I'll do that right now. It's not a modern necessity either because there are rare exceptions. It is a modern necessity, especially for housing purposes. Mortal Shell is brutal. You never finished it. Is it? I don't know. I know a lot of people say it's easier than most Souls games, except for Dark Souls 1. Apparently, Dark Souls 1 is mad easy if you're familiar with Souls likes. American cities are ugly anyway. Probably. Who cares anyways? Those cities will long outlive any of us. Unless something drastic happens. Why bother? I I don't bother with things which are beyond my scope of influence. You know, you wanna do something like that, just go play SimCity. Yeah, just go play SimCity and design your own city. And satisfy yourself for a few moments until you realize you can't actually design your own city in real life. And wallow in despair or whatever, or keep indulging in your virtual world. This is taking so long! What the fudge, man? Look, I can't even capture what it's doing. I was trying to capture what it's doing, but it's not letting me. Maybe if I use Windows 10 and nope. Why don't I just do display capture instead? What is? Check it out. Adding. Why is it taking so long? I don't get it. Japanese supplemental font, so who needs it? I can already type Nihongo me. Like so. See? Oh, the bar moved. Yay. The bar moved. Wait, you guys can't see this right now, can you? Cause, sorry. Here. Hello, Neffy. Welcome. You're welcome until you say something that makes you unwelcome here. Usually, has to do with being rude right away. Which a lot of people new to the channel seem to be doing recently. Anyways, as I was saying, here we go. Oh, it's been added. Never mind. Alright. Yay, it's finally been added. Now what was the next step? Let's take a look at browser once again. See what the next step is. Projecting to this PC. Oh, you don't have to navigate to that. All you gotta do is type that out. Projecting to this PC. There you go, projection system. Projecting this PC. Hey, just make it available everywhere. For a pin, I don't need no pin. Nagi Mark III, alright. Configuring the Android device. Oh. All I have to do is cast to here, right? Let's see. All I gotta do is cast to Nagi Mark III. Tabling. Always allow. Poco X3 Pro is... Ho ho! I think it worked. I think it worked. Alright. Tell me if you guys can see this. Right? Because I'm going to cast. So tell me if you guys see this. When I start casting. Turn off the BGM first. This could be a game changer. Alright, you guys can see that. Now let me cast. All I gotta do is cast to here. And should work. It did not work. What's going on? Just when it was working. Oh, launch the wireless display app. Like this. Now it should work. Now it should work. If I can make this work, I will not need my... It's allowed, so... Try again. I guess. It was working when I first tried it. That one is my TV, so no. Control S to open settings. What's going on? I need to connect here. Maybe? Now it can't connect. What is going on? Just do it! Just connect. What? Oh, whatever. This is flippin' annoying. It's not connecting anymore. Don't know what's going on or what I can do. Basically, that idea was a bust. Let's try AirDroid this time. I'm gonna download AirDroid to my phone. So Let's View has been giving me trouble recently. Password, huh? We'll just hide that for a bit. Some kind of verification code sent to email. We'll see about that. First, install AirDroid. AirDroid 4, delight your multi-screen life. Yes. Hey Yase, welcome. Alright. Type me, tap to sign in. This had better be worth it. Sign into your account and refresh this page. Okay. Connecting. Alright. It's a paid app. Oh, screw this. It was a paid app. Screw that. Got a better idea. Just try Let's View. Let's View has not failed me before. Must be connected to the same network, right? Oh, fudge! There we go. So I can just use Let's View from my Ethernet connection. I never needed a wireless connection to connect it. I did not know that. As long as it's on the same network, it can be Ethernet and Wi-Fi. Oh, fudge. It was that simple. How did I not figure that out? I'm stupid. Anyways. Let's play some ML. Play some ML. The last day. Before the big reset. He's gonna reset again. Screw this. Screw this game. It's gonna reset again. Hello, Ars. Also, I can do some drawing and stuff. Yeah. Like my phone background. Yes, it's a commission by Meteor Guard. This is a commission by Meteor Guard. I turned it into my phone wallpaper because I liked it as well. So the thing about it is that this is made using AndWobble. It's an application for Android. It's an old application. And if you tap the screen like this, you can also shake this. You can also shake your phone like that, or you can tap it, or you can, drag it around. Stuff. You can adjust the wobbliness. But there's just it did. This is an application called AndWobble. So yeah, I added the jiggle myself. I added the jiggle physics myself. So you can adjust the wobbliness and the amount of jiggle, but if you make it jiggle too much, it just looks strange. This looks like she has a fat butt. Anyways. Hello, Buzzy. Welcome. I think I've seen you around before. Well, at least I finally figured out how to do that. So let's do like one match before the big reset. Is one day for the big reset. Let's do some rap. Or is one day before reset. Hello, the Joker. Welcome. Let's turn on Mix It Up mod so you guys can call my attention if necessary. Yeah, I'll roam. I always roam. Anyways.
Your team is banning.
See what they do here.
Please ban a hero.
You guys really want to ban Hayabusa? It's
Your
fine, I
team
guess.
is picking.
準備はいい？
The
行く
enemy
よ。
is picking.
ずっとこの時を待っていたんだ。
Well, looks like I didn't need any wireless connection at all. My router handles the connection just fine. So Ethernet connection for the PC, wireless connection for... so that's all it was. That's all it needed. Wow. How did I not know that? How did I not give that a try even? Yeah, these guys got me so scared of the high-lows.
バステ届くの7だにゃ。
Please pick a
友
hero.
達になってくれるにゃ。
I'd go Ruby, but... If I go Ruby, these guys will be too scared to engage.
ボボルにクバ。この組み合わせは
The enemy is picking.
My win rate has really gone down. It is below 50% now. Please, this gives me some options. After this, let's, is DJ Ronnie here? DJ Ronnie's not dead here. When DJ Ronnie arrives, I'm gonna show you guys my, camera. My house camera, my CCTV. It's a V3.8. It costs all of 400 pesos. Which is how... Let's see, how much is 400 pesos? Roughly just $7. So imagine that, a camera with remote control via phone, with cloud storage, with motion detection, with infrared, with nighttime lights, all for $7.
Till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Go for KDA. Well, our jungler is late. That's a good sign. Our jungler is already late, and... Wow. Our jungler is AFK. What a wonderful start. This will not end well. What is that Layla doing? She's winning. Never mind.
First blood.
How toxic. What a toxic teammate.
Request backup.
血と犠牲がある。 今だ火を待とう。
Takes care of you.
対応を恐れるな。草むらで隠れろだ。勇敢な人はそんなことしない。
Our marksman is kinda toxic, huh? But we're winning, so... Whatever.
Slain.
Our mage got picked off.
Good game. Slain the turret. You have
Well,
slain an enemy.
that was bad. We lost the turtle. How? How? Ah, whatever. I'll go help out the marksman. Shouldn't have lost that though. You can't do this game anymore.
国を守ることは騎士の責務。
Halo or Corky, please.
Killing spree. Down.
Good. He's dead.
Ally has been slain.
You might hit the balls on Friday. Would you like to talk here with me
そ
today?
れこそ
Or-
本当の
I
英
don't
雄
really
だ。
have much planned.
An enemy has been slain.
As soon as I'm done with this game.
氷水でもこの熱い血を冷やせない。
I see if the tank tries to check this bush.
Request backup.
He's afraid.
Killing spree. Good game. Request backup. Request backup.
たとえ死してもこの鋼の石が砕けることはない。
Her marksman is really good.
ナイトボーンの騎士は決してひるまない。
I have to say, our marksman is very good. Very toxic, but very good.
Your ally has
Such a toxic player.
slain.
ナイトボーンの騎士団は生死を共にする。 僕のやり永遠の栄光を。 期待は責任で
Look at that.
足かせでも
Really good player.
太陽太陽闇や
Oh, they ganged up on us. Ooh, I like that toxicity of this, Layla. No, but I do like her skill, so she's very skilled. So I don't really care about the toxicity as long as she's on my side.
栄光の裏にはあまたの血と犠牲がある。
An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable. Good game.
Our mage sucks! On the other hand, our mage here sucks.
勝利しても意味がない。
I'll have to get into the middle of things here. Think they're on a killing spree or something.
たとえシストもこの鋼の石が砕けることはない。
Get in there!
Team destroyed a turret.
Now secure that
ここに真
driven
の勝
turtle.
者などいない。
Alright, fine, we'll just push turrets.
国を守ることは死の責務だ。
Our turret has been destroyed. An ally has slain the turret. Our turret is under attack.
氷水もこの熱い火を冷やせない。
Your team destroyed a turret.
He's probably trying to get his blue here.
Ally has been slain. Request backup. Request backup. Good game.
静け！勝利は目の前だ。
Killing spree. Good
草
game.
むらで隠れろ。勇敢な人はそんなことしない。
Kind of figured there'd be someone here.
今は退き、気を待とう。
Nah, going for damage.
それこそ
Your
本当
team
の英雄だ。
destroyed a turret.
Ah, yes, Jawhead. Yeah, Jawhead.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. We're ahead in gold. Good game.
木霊の
Ally
ため
has
に
been
私は
slain.
戦
Good
う。
game.
What are you guys doing?
光よ！波を消したまえ！
Have been
But
slain.
two of them. Sad.
Good game.
I could have killed that one if it was only one. Hey, Earth.
Mega
Well,
kill. Our turret has been destroyed. Double kill.
oh, they got killed anyway, so.
Our turret is under attack.
He's going back and forth. We still have the lead.
We're ahead in gold.
We have a tiny lead.
Attack the Lord.
ライトボーンの騎士団は
Request
生
backup.
死を共にする。
Okay. Request backup. On my way.
木霊に永遠の栄光を！
There, hit this with my combo.
Good game. Ally has slain. Request backup.
人々を守るために我々は戦う。心に光があれば暗闇は怖くない。ライトボーンの騎士は決してひるまない。前進あるのみ。
Our turret has been destroyed.
国を守ることは騎士の責務だ。
Clear up lane. Request backup.
期待は責任であり足かせでもある。
An
focused on trying to kill me.
Double kill.
That's what you get.
Team destroys the turret. Good game.
You're so focused on trying to kill me.
Killing spree.
Did not realize I was not the damage dealer.
生死を共にする
Oh, this Layla was super toxic, but I bet she got the MVP easy. So, yeah. As expected, she got the MVP. Told you guys she was good. You can tell from the way they play. Arigatou da yo. Pretty close match. Alright. Sit up that. Let's try a drawing app. Oh wait, is DJ Ronnie here? Nope, not yet. Not yet. Where is Ibis Paint? Heh, piano. Yay! I'm glad I took some time to try to figure out how to Hello. Looks like Orc's not here yet. I haven't touched this. Play Zelda's Lullaby next.
ペロペロ。ハスハス。
Hush, hush. Hey.
この拳をプレゼントしてやるぜ。
I don't have it. Sad. Da 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 da. Which one do I have then? Flippin' game. Which ones do I have then? You stupid game. Hello, nice. Or Mustache. Do I have this? I have this. No, not I don't care. Let me try this. What is this? Is that a Saturn? I have no idea. Music. Start.
Go!
与梦游的流星河漫步进星月，徘徊在午后水际。小心思交织漂浮光点，经纶不安定，如今雨滴。白兔从身边踮着脚尖走过，哼着不知名恋曲，真洒脱。适量裙角戳破百皱眉目，掏心那间的狼狈的我，我的映入眼帘便是你。这迷心情暴露空气里，别能发生微卷着懊恼，可目光里无助抗逆。时间仿佛停留在这一刻，从指尖上点不懂不懂，我懂也比细腻的这一瞬心动了。下的你是他的方向，你的美的心思所期待，悄悄地涌上来，人海人容易滴答滴答仍在，悄悄心进你的脉。是某一段场景，可我该怎样抓住？这可奈又未了情。哦，你的美看似小小期待，悄悄地涌上来，滴滴滴答滴答，滴答滴答，滴答滴答。
Okay, ready. Alright. I'll call you.
クリスマスプレゼント無事届けたぜ。
Hey. GG, but I didn't get a full combo like you did. Hey. If you like this song, you can purchase Cute as Everything. No, I don't have any money. So screw that. Anyways. Steam or console? No, it's as you can see. It's phone. It's on phone. I played on phone. Anyways, Stalin or Quarchi reviews. So tomorrow will be a VTuber radio, but it's probably gonna be a short stream, because I have to get up early and drive my mother to some occasion. So yeah, sad. Also, I'm probably gonna suspend regular streams by next week for some Christmas themed stuff. That said, here is our Quarchi reviews. Let's go call him in. There we go. Let's move on over to my cafe.
Hello. How is everyone
Hello.
today?
Welcome. So, did you have anything?
Oh, did I lose everybody?
No, not at all.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you just fine. Can you not hear me?
Oh, okay. I'm registering in.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Wait, I need to set up my audio.
I can't hear you for some reason, Elle.
Yeah, I'll have to set up my audio on here. On Discord, it switched my audio to something else. Discord, it switched the audio.
Yeah, Discord's acting up. I can hear you on the stream, which means you're going to echo a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear. You can hear me now. Ta-da.
Okay. Ta-da.
Okay. There you go.
All right, sound down. So, Merry Christmas, Elle. How's the beginning of the holiday season? I guess it's tomorrow, eh?
Yeah. Actually, over here, it's been the holiday season since September. That's how early we celebrate Christmas here.
Yeah, but you don't celebrate the great Orkmas, you know, or Sanguarius, you know. You don't serve the ancient spirits.
Uh-huh. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I was just making it.
You have any topic lineup for today? Said you wanted to talk.
I did. There's a couple things actually. One is, excuse me, something stuck in my throat. 1 second. Hold on, just let me quickly.
You don't need faith
So,
to celebrate.
is anybody?
Says Aris.
Yeah.
Aris says you don't need faith to celebrate.
Oh, he'll need a lot of faith. He'll need a lot of faith coming up in the next campaign session. Whoa.
I see.
Yeah. So, do you know of a little anime? Maybe it's a small title. Most people don't know about it. Do you know about the anime known as Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah. What about it?
So, coming around this time, Ghost in the Shell, the original story, cybernetics start right around now.
Oh, okay. Right around this year, you mean?
Yep. We get our first cyber bodies coming up. Yeah.
That's nice.
So, what do you think?
Nothing. It's all fiction, so it's not really reflective of what's happening in reality. So I don't care.
It is though. It is actually happening in reality. We are seeing people take that next step in the cybernetics. We won't see a cybernetic body until the cybernetic brain is made, and that's made sometime this year.
That's irrelevant to my interests.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what do you want to talk about, Elle?
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying it's irrelevant to my interests. We can talk about that.
Oh, okay. No. You don't have no interest in it. Well, we'll go to something else. I have no problem doing that. Gives me an opportunity to put on the old Skyrim and travel the Nord path while we're chatting. So it works for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine with me, whatever. Cause
Okay.
reason I have no
All right,
interest is that it doesn't really affect me in any way. So again, it's outside.
It could. You could be number. You could. you could be number one. I mean, there's some real in Asia. There's some real sketchy BioWare being done in that area. So.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay. All right. So. What's the So what's your plans for Christmas, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't have any plans. So,
Oh, okay.
starting next week, I'll just maybe be doing some Christmas themed games. I'm going to suspend most of my regular streams. Or maybe
Okay.
do more of VTuber radio. Just Christmas themed.
Oh, that could be nice. A lot of people like VTuber Radio.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a drawing stream or two.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you want to talk about the insanity that's going on in Canada? How the Trumposaurus Rex has effectively defeated our prime minister so handedly he's like ready to quit.
I don't know, why don't you tell me about it?
All right, for those that don't know, according to the legend, because it's going to be a legend at this point, this guy, it made me laugh. So you got yourself our prime minister found out that Donald the Trumposaurus Rex, the he shall not be named, has become a little has basically said, all right, no more of this bullshit with illegal immigrants, no more of this other stuff, because a lot of Canadians, we all agree we want this stuff closed down too. We're not in disagreement that our borders should be protected as well. And so when he said, okay, if you guys need to do this or you get 25% tariffs, he's being honest. He wants this stuff figured out. Why are we allowing our borders to be so weak, yet America has to pick up the slack? Okay, understandable. So he has chosen to do these giant tariffs. Now, to a lot of Canadians, they're like, well, yeah, I can see why. I'd be mad too, like some of us aren't happy about it. Some of us are. Some of us have had problems with America's treatment of the Great White North for a long time. America's older brother. And it's like having a little brother every once in a while. They got the Ferrari before you, So they decided to do this fun where they're going to set us up with these big tariffs. So he goes to America, our prime minister. By the way, this guy has been a complete asshole to MAGA Republicans and all this stuff. Like, he has not shut the fuck up.
Yeah?
Because he's too busy flaunting and paunting to the people around him. Yeah. You see, he's kind of weak that way. I would rather take, some of the more aggressive dictators than the one. Like, there are a lot of people that consider him a dictator.
Trudeau.
So there are a lot of people that consider him that. Like, he's that bad in the break. Not saying, in my opinion, he's just a very weak prime minister. And he's very focused on his own agenda. And I will not be surprised in 10 years from now, something gets leaked, and his ass is they're going to be bringing him to court. Now determining on what happens at that point is debatable. But I see it coming in the future. Yeah. Some sort of scandal. I'll put money on it.
Some sort of scandal, huh?
Oh yeah, I think
you have a history of scandals.
Quite a lot, actually.
I see.
So, do you want to hear about the great feminist Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm only saying this now because he's so weak. I'll be honest, I wouldn't say this normally. And do support Orc War Chief reviews. Do support the cough cough rumble cough cough. And I'm not sure how much before I go to jail. Okay, so he is such a great feminist that he sexually harasses that we know of one reporter, only one. Who knows? When someone does it once, they've probably done it 2 or 3 other times. Never. It's never just the one time, right?
What did he do? Exactly.
He groped her. He groped her. From what his stuff was.
What?
And
Did he go to court for that?
no, he didn't. They just kind of let him go, of course, and he just apologized. He says, "Oh, well, I never meant to grope her."
Okay.
Our glorious Prime Minister. Not only is he such a supporter of Black Lives Matters, when he was a kid, he dressed up like a black man and an Arabian Night.
Okay. That seems, well, so he was just dressing up in a costume?
No. He dressed up in a costume complete with blackface. Multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a kid or as a teenager?
As an adult.
Oh, okay. So, it was,
He's a joke. He's a joke prime minister. Yeah. Oh, you saw the pictures, did you?
Yeah. Let it go. It was not intended, says Aris.
It's intended if it's not intended as in he didn't do it to hurt anybody, but it's still bad. Then take, his other stuff into consideration. He is a very he's got a pretty bad reputation because of some of the stupidity he's done.
I see.
So he's not a liked. Yeah. He's slowly been getting worse and worse and worse. So recently, there's just calls to get rid of him. There's just been call upon call upon call to get rid of this guy. He's been. They want him out. A lot of people want him out. There are a lot of people that believe he's irreparably not only he's damaged Canada to the point that we might not recover.
I see.
Like there's a lot of people that think it's going to take 10 years for us to get back what we were.
What exactly did he do wrong with Canada?
Well, a lot of stuff, but the big four is, his big ones that he did was the, carbon tax.
Carbon emissions tax? Something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, which we have. If you take into consideration now, this is
Cars?
where I would get called. Yeah, okay.
Cars.
It's not only that. It's not only just cars. It's streaming stuff. Our carbon tax extends to streaming services.
Okay.
So when you buy your digital games and you buy your electronics, all that is taxed. If you buy certain groceries, everything is taxed for having the other stuff. Now the idea was we're going to have a tax and they're going to have a rebate, and the rebate is going to be what gives you this extra bang for your buck. Like you're going to get extra money for having this tax. Like basically, if you did all this stuff, you'd get a rebate, but most people can't afford that rebate.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like, okay, so apparently if I do this, this, and this, you gotta pay for the tax. You gotta cover stuff. Well, they don't really cover it. He other big scandals he did in Canada, like the carbon tax really messes us up because like at the time,
Carbon tax is levied upon individuals
Okay, go ahead.
and not upon. So it's upon individuals, not upon corporations.
Well, it becomes upon invisibilities because they increase their taxes to stuff. Like for example, in Canada now, Netflix is actually almost $40 here.
I see. That's amusing. It's like,
Yeah.
250 pesos is my current Netflix account. Let's convert that.
Mhm.
So, that's 6 Canadian dollars. And that's
Yeah.
not even that's not even the entry level one. Entry level one is 149 pesos. So,
Yeah, no, we're not even like getting
that's
extra services. We're losing.
3.63 Canadian dollars. That's just 3.63 in Canadian dollars.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little pricey.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, hello. Our internet, our internet is up the roof because of this apparently, although how truthful that is, I don't believe that. I believe they just my theories that this stuff has always been like they're always looking for an excuse to raise the rate on stuff.
I see.
And that's the problem.
So, the carbon tax. So, what else?
Yeah.
And, what else did you do wrong?
Well, giving a lot of people see this as wrong. I don't see it as wrong or right. I see it as negative. One of the big negatives he did was the apparent money he promised the Aboriginal people here in Canada.
Okay.
This is a very touchy subject
Okay.
for people.
So, some kind
I
of
can see
subsidy.
why. Yeah, the idea was for the Aboriginal people that were part of the schooling system here in Canada,
Yeah.
that suffered and the bodies that were lost, they were going to get a large portion of money.
So, reparations? Or something?
Yeah, reparations, yes.
Okay.
These reparations, however, have been, few and far between. No one knows if they're actually coming. They're supposed to get money, and then all of a sudden the money just kind of not happening.
And, some people are against it, I suppose.
Yes, some people are. I'm neither here nor there. At this point, I look at it more along the lines of, is this actually a real reparations or is this bullshit?
I see.
Because, and again, lo and behold, we do this, we're going to do this, and then they find out that there's, again, this is all, they're not 100% sure if the bodies are actually there now. And all of a sudden, the reparations really don't happen. So this has put people, people aren't exactly happy about that.
Okay. So you said there were 4.
Yeah, Canadians aren't exactly happy about that. A lot of them are like, so was that real, or was that you just,
So carbon tax,
sell
Aboriginal reparations, so that's 2. You said
Yeah.
there were 4?
The big scandal with him giving money to certain Chinese groups to run their power here. Like
It sounds like Duterte.
yeah, there's a lot like a lot of people tie the carbon tax with that as well.
I see.
Sounds
very similar
there's
to Duterte over here in the Philippines.
Is he now validated for scandals with that side of the world as well? Like, is he suffering situations as well? Like, is he going to be having scandals that he's like Chinese kickbacks? Because that.
Well, they're filing a case against him for what was that? Crimes against humanity. Actually, so he's going.
Yeah. We're not.
He's gonna be tried for all of the deaths that all the extrajudicial killings that he was responsible for during his administration. He's also gonna be held responsible for letting all the Philippine online gaming operations, mostly Chinese, so gambling. So Chinese gambling syndicates into the Philippines.
Yeah. So up here with where we're at, it's looking more that he's in trouble with the. I don't think he's going to get war crimes, but he used the Emergency Act when the quote unquote trucker riot, which pisses a lot of people off. Because in their mind, I'm like, well, what were they actually doing?
So what did he use?
And a lot of them don't see this like that. That made a lot of.
What did he use his emergency powers for? What did he use? Okay, see, a lot of this is double standards. Okay.
He used his emergency powers in the way of he thought was a good idea. Let's use our emergency powers to, in a nutshell, send people to basically force the truckers out. And they basically sent they shipped in instead of using their own police force, they shipped in guys from other like Quebec.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, his area in Quebec. So yeah, that kind of, a lot of Canadians aren't exactly happy about that. Like, to them, they're like, wait, you did what now?
So let me see if I understand this though. So the Emergency Act, you said emergency powers he has. Does that mean that he can temporarily exercise legislative powers, for example?
Yes, and it's just a lot of side stuff. Like this is, and again, a lot of it is stuff like I support all women, and he gives to an interest group that's kind of known for shenanigans, and a lot of Canadians didn't realize that this feminist group has been known for shenanigans. And it's like, oh, okay, well, but I'm gonna give it to this group. I'm not gonna give it to the other groups. I'm not gonna help with this, and this. Letting our border get weak has always been a conversation piece. A lot of it, really, to be honest, Justin, if I could be honest about this, I don't believe he's actually as bad as everyone likes to. Oh, he's bad. He's this. He's a. Well, no, he was just a guy who sat there making money off. He made money off his place. That's the best way to put it. I guarantee you, he doubled, if not tripled, his paycheck. And that's what I think a lot of Canadians are mad about. Like, a lot of Canadians are like, and it's not like we don't know that he secretly, covered his costs and basically made extra money being a politician. Which, anybody who makes money being a politician, that's always going to be like in people's minds. Like, you're never exactly you don't exactly win that fight when you do stuff like that.
I mean,
there's he had a couple scandals with businesses, that certain Chinese businesses and other organizations that got swept under the rug.
I see.
What's up? I heard a chuckle.
Well, over here,
What?
politicians being corrupt, we call that SOP.
What's that?
Standard operating procedure.
Yeah. Up here, we call it that.
We expect the corruption. From the very
Up here we expect it. Up here we expect it. A lot of Canadians up here expect it. I expect this. I don't think these guys aren't going to pull shenanigans. But a lot of people are like, well, he shouldn't have done that. Like, yeah, but you didn't see that coming? Like, it's sort of the MO of these freaking people.
Yep.
But they are, a lot of people they act shocked the second this happens. They're like, oh my goodness, how did this happen? I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe,
Hello, Darth Spikes.
maybe look into it.
Not much.
Yeah.
Just having
So-
a chill chat.
That's the big thing here. Like, a lot of Canadians seem to be upset about him, and they want him out. They've been wanting him out for a while because he,
So,
not
how
only
long
he makes
is-
Canada look weak, he
So
makes
how
Canada
long
look
is,
ineffective.
The Prime Minister's term, anyways.
As long as he wants.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you don't have a set term, like 4 years, 6 years. Interesting.
No, we don't.
So it's just until
No.
he gets voted out, I guess. By
Yeah. Well,
By the
yeah.
process?
It's usually done by it's usually done by a no confidence vote. That's usually what does it. So that's usually what gets it. They usually get kicked out because they. But no, this isn't new. Like, to me, this is like, well, we knew he was kind of corrupt already. It's not surprising me at all. But he got in on like, I'll be honest. It's this for me. He got on for 3 reasons. 1, legalizing marijuana. That was a bad idea.
Okay.
I don't care what anybody says at this point. I am a firm believer of that was a stupid idea. That was that led to other things that got my country a lot worse.
Isn't
And we
that,
probably shouldn't allow
is that
that.
profitable? Did that become profitable for you? Legalizing marijuana?
It basically created more crime. Because, and then we had it's kind of funny. We legalized marijuana and then the rise of fentanyl, like, just skyrocketed.
Ah, fentanyl. That's
Yeah.
That's what Duterte uses, actually.
Yeah,
For
like
pain.
we got
Pain.
yeah, we got kind of overkill with this stuff, apparently. And it started and crime just got worse and worse and worse. So, we can now say that, and these lobby groups, basically, they're like, well, it's this, man. It's not that. It's like, well, but that helped start this stuff. You're, this idea that it isn't anything, became a thing. So he's been getting pushed around a lot. And what did this with the Trumposaurus? He said to, Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, please don't give us a tariff. If you do, Canada might not survive. And, Donald being the Donald, he goes, well, if your country can't survive without a tariff, maybe you shouldn't have a country anymore. Maybe it just become the 51st state. I'll tell you what, we'll make you the governor. The governor.
Nice impression.
Yeah, you didn't like that? You didn't like it? I'm
No,
sorry.
I said nice impression.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it was, but that's what did it. That's what kind of sold the game. He got in a,
Okay, because he legalized marijuana.
yeah. Well, legalize marijuana, but that's what started this drama. Is that he's gotten, he got. In a nutshell, this became a problem. So.
Okay.
His legalization of marijuana, the reason he got in power, legalization of marijuana, he came in as a feminist prime minister, which
Okay.
if you take the fact that he abused women, and among other things, some feminist, right? Like, you know, fired a bunch of women from his party. He's definitely one of those.
So
he's kind of,
you said he
yeah.
abused women, like sexual harassment.
Well,
right?
harassment and abuse, like, you know, it's still abuse. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, why are you hesitating?
Yeah, it's not as bad. Like I said, it's not as bad as like where you're at. Where you're at, you guys are different level. For me, for politics, that's different level. Like up here, I'm complaining about a politician that, you know, is about as corrupt as they come in North America.
I see. Well, these are
Like, can I
go around killing each other.
Yeah. Like, can I be honest? Compared to, you know, Asia, you know, we don't have a Pol Pot in our country. You know, we haven't had one of those yet. You know, we didn't have some guy, oh, that little 6-year-old girl. Well, she seems to be smart. She's wearing glasses. Kill her. You know, we don't have anything like that.
Yep.
You know, and that's just one real bad example of Asian politics.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
And that's the one that always yeah, it is. But up here, that's not. Up here, to do something like that in our country is considered like that's disgusting. We don't condone stupidity.
By the way, have you heard Breath of Fire is apparently getting a new game or something?
I heard. I did hear. Yes, I did. Yes, I'm super excited. I'm actually. It all depends. I hope they take out all the fucking mini games, because like that became but that was a thing of the video game era.
It was a feature.
Yeah, I really didn't like that. That was of the era. I don't mind mini games. I don't mind 4's mini games because they're not so bad. But 3 is an amazing game. If it didn't have so many fucking mini games, I think it'd be one of the best. I think it'd be one of the best ones. And we're getting a new Onimusha game. Well, because Capcom's realized they've milked the Resident Evil and Street Fighter farm to its peak.
Yeah, there's still a Dino Crisis. Somebody even made a remake of Dino Crisis on Unreal Engine. And
it looks good. I saw that.
It is charging money for it. Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, it does look good.
Yeah.
Looks
I'm not a big Dino Crisis.
It looks almost on par with the AAA Resident Evil remakes. Almost, not quite.
It does. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed.
Yeah, I think they're going I think they're going to be touching that franchise soon enough.
Well, they should have touched Breath of Fire years ago. I mean, they dropped the franchise, which is sad because they make one game that's a little innovative for what it was, and it's just like, well, the fan base didn't like it. Kill it now, and it's like, it was a good game. Like, why?
PSP game.
That would be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter.
Yeah, the PSP game.
Yeah. It's a PS2 game originally.
Was it? I did not know that.
Yeah. It's a good game. I think it's a solid game. I think it's a game a lot of people treat poorly, to be honest.
Yeah, personally, a lot of PS2 games went into the 70 to 80 to 120 hour mark. So I have trouble finishing JRPGs from that era. Like, they get boring
Dragon Quarter,
about halfway for me.
Dragon Quarter, you could probably beat fast. Like it's about an 8-hour game. It all depends how far you want to dive down that rabbit hole. Because every time you defeat every time you go through one mission, you get more power. Your status drops. So you can get up to A rank, and that opens up certain doors. And the higher your rank is, your
so it's
environmental
like,
rank or whatever it's called, your
okay,
social
so it's
hierarchy.
like mission-based.
No, it's not mission based at all. Actually, the way it works is the game plays. The way you play it, you start off as a low class, which low class are basically subhuman. They're considered the ones that live in the worst environments.
Okay.
And because you're low class, your character has to. You're basically working with this one guy who's apparently higher up on the hierarchy than you, and he's like, stick with me. I'll get you all the way up to the top, and you join me, and I'm this good guy, and he's kind of a messed up guy in a nutshell. Like the guy you're working with, he's not exactly the most sane SOB. He's a greedy. He's greedy. He wants to climb up that corporate ladder. Kind of a psychopath.
Okay.
And you end up saving a little girl by the name of Nina. And what they did to poor Nina was kind of disgusting.
Is that so?
And so they turned her into they basically turned her into a walking air filter.
Okay. She doesn't.
And so the story arc.
In this story?
She has wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she just doesn't have. She has air filter wings. That's the best way to put it. And the only way to save her is to take her up to the sky, somewhere where there's no pollution. And so your entire story arc is going up to the sky.
Okay. Interesting.
So
it's a short
good.
game.
It is a short game. You can beat it real fast. If you're only going for one playthrough, it won't take you long at all.
I see. I could consider that for my next game.
Yeah. If you go through a second or third or fourth playthrough, however, if you really want to go in all in like I usually do, you can do a lot. Like the mini games are down to the minimum. The only mini game they put in that game was the fairy farm.
Okay. I have no idea.
So the fairy farm is it's a farm where you basically you meet a fairy, and he has like little ant creatures, and you help the ant colony grow.
Okay.
And they can get very similar to the other Breath of Fire games where they started doing that.
I see.
Yeah. And so that's kind of fun. So you get that little fun bit too there.
Iris is asking,
It's actually
you don't breed
Go ahead.
the fairies, says Iris.
No, you don't breed. I don't think you breed the fairies in any of the Breath of Fire games, to my knowledge. Although the fairies are breeding, if you paid attention to the there's a guy who marries a fairy in Breath of Fire 2 or 3. Just kind of creepy if you think about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's the game. That's roughly what's going on with. I heard about it, but I haven't heard much. I'm hoping. Honestly, do you know what I want? I want a remaster of the first 2 Breath of Fire games. I still think the first 2 Breath of Fire games are solid, and I think they're an undersold gem in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people like to look underrated. Yeah. I think they are, personally. I think the way they're treated is pretty poorly, which is sad because they're good games. They're really good games.
They were okay, I guess. I played them both. I did not finish either of them.
That's just kind of surprising. I figure you would.
Yeah, I'm at the end game of Breath of Fire 2. And you know that one part where, it locks you out of getting a certain item unless you play the notes correctly with the right timing.
In Breath of Fire 2?
Yep. I can't get that because I was playing on emulator, so I didn't even know.
What?
It's inside a cave somewhere.
Wait.
It's inside a cave somewhere. It's some optional item. It's a side quest.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about. That's the sad thing. It's like I've played Breath of Fire 2 multiple times and beat it multiple times on stuff and gotten everything.
It's a side quest. It's near end game. Like, it's inside a cave. You just need to play the notes correctly to get the particular item there. I can't get it, and I was like, you know what? I quit. Screw this. So I was playing on an emulator. So,
what notes are you talking about?
You have to play the right notes at the right timing.
Are you sure you're not talking? What console was that Breath of Fire on?
SNES. It's Breath of Fire 2.
I'm trying to think of this. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I've played that game multiple times.
Let's look it up then. Where is it?
All I gotta say is the fairies in Mother 3 are kind of a little eh. I also think that's why Mother 3 was banned in America.
This one's inside a cave somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find it. But anyways, it's been a good decade or so.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, cave in somewhere. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's why I'm confused. I'm like, cave somewhere?
Yeah. So it plays...
Question mark?
So you have to, it plays the
music. Only note one
It plays the music for you first, and then you have to replicate it. But there's no guide on screen as to which buttons you gotta press in order to replicate it. So you have to replicate it, and with the right timing. Exactly as you heard it. So it's like Simon Says, but you don't know what each of the buttons do.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm assuming that it's not something that I ever remember doing. The closest thing to that is the door thing, where you gotta like secretly press the door notes for Breath of Fire 1. I remember that.
Oh, it's for part 2.
But this wasn't anything.
It's optional. You don't have to do it. I just saw it in a guide, so I knew I had to try it.
Well, I've 100%ed that game. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, I have.
Like, I don't miss. I don't miss quests. That's kind of like, I'm kind of hardcore for that. But if it's something you don't need, Yeah, I don't ever remember missing anything like that. Well, what was the point of that side quest? What would you get?
I have no idea anymore. Some kind of item. Some
Mm-hmm.
kind of OP item, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't ever remember this quest, so... Argus, you haven't seen Earthbound... Look up Mother 3 Fairies. You'll understand. Why that was probably banned.
Not sure if it was an item or a character skill, actually.
Is it a
Whatever.
character skill? It could be a character skill.
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, I usually don't get the character skills because I don't care, because you can beat the game without any of them. Like, you can master that game real quick. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've played, they're just like normal JRPGs, not really anything hard about them.
No, especially that one. That one's actually surprisingly easy.
Unless you're Logan and you think that pressing attack will get you through the entire game.
You don't need... well, Breath of Fire, it's Dragon Breath for the win in 1 and 2. But you need the ante.
I'm trying out the different characters myself.
Mhm.
I
You need
just,
the ante to break the game.
I just
yeah.
like seeing what each character does. Especially in
Mhm.
Breath of Fire 2, it's like the precursor to Suikoden. I would say
Mhm.
even the battle system looks similar. And
Yeah.
you know, you got characters that have field skills, like you can turn into a ball and travel faster until you hit something.
Hit something, turn into a frog. One of the characters punches nails stuff with a staff. Yeah, there's lots you can do.
Which RPGs later on kinda followed. Like Wild Arms. They kinda did some of that as well. Especially the tools.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. It's just a matter of how you want to play with it.
So one thing I will say, like, for example, compare the storytelling in Breath of Fire to Final Fantasy VI. That's what I was saying about Final Fantasy VI having an abbreviated storytelling style.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I admit, Breath of Fire has a little bit of a better story in some aspects.
I mean,
In others, it's
in the
kind
way
of rushed.
In the way it's told, the way it's presented to the player.
Mhm.
FF6 feels a lot more rushed. Like, especially those scenes I keep bringing up. Like, come on.
Mhm.
Kefka pours a cup of poison into a river. Next moment, oh, everyone is suddenly poisoned and died. Okay, I'm like,
Well, I know. They don't show the fact that took time.
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Like that took like a couple days. They don't incorporate that took a couple hours.
You're just supposed to
It's just
imagine
instant
it
death.
in your head that, okay, it probably happened like this. So, you kind of fill in the blanks in your head.
Yeah, Breath of Fire, but yeah, you also get one of the best cutscenes on the Super Nintendo was in that one. That has the epic cutscene where you go there and you when your characters are when all your friends are being murdered in front of you. That's one of the best cutscenes. That very ending. I
don't think
where your character, where all your
I've ever gotten that far. So yeah.
Yeah. I have.
Hermie says he has Breath of Fire 1 and 2 for SNES. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna play that on your channel eventually.
I enjoy Breath of Fire 1 and 2. It's one of my more favorite, especially Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire, okay, I like 1 for certain things, and I like 2 for others.
I kind of like the graphics for.
It's the best way to put it.
I kind of like the battle graphics for Part 1 better, actually. Because there's more frames of animation in Part 1
Yeah, there is.
to Part 2. For some
Yep,
reason.
there is.
For Part 2, it's like, okay, the characters just move in place now. They just slash in place and somehow it hits the enemies. So there was more animation in Part 1 for some reason. So I have no idea why they did it like that.
Certain characters, yes. Certain characters, no. Nina has way more animations. Cat, determining on when she uses her skills and what version of Cat you're using. Like if you use the Fuse version of Cat, she does a little bit more movement in her body language. But it all depends on the character.
Aris says, he looked at the wiki, nothing on fairies in the game. Removed, maybe. I don't know.
What?
Which
For
game?
what?
Oh, yeah, which game?
Mother 3 fairies. Look them up. Look up Mother 3 fairies. Earthbound 3.
Mother 3 fairies, okay. There we go.
You'll understand.
Neckbird's recommendation is a song in Mother 3 that can be played from the jukebox, is what it says. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Nope. Wow, they actually don't.
The My Gypsy. Maybe that's what. My Gypsies have mysterious powers. Are these the fairies?
Yeah. They actually refer to themselves as fairies.
Tribe of human resembling beings who live solely to guard the 7 needles.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're talking about. My Gypsies.
Yep. They refer to themselves as fairies. Exact wording. Exact translation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've played the translation.
Yep.
And I think that's why they got in trouble.
Here on TV tropes, our fairies are different. Is one of the tropes.
Mm-hmm.
The My Gypsies, camp gay drag queen looking beings. Yep. Share a lot of features with fairies.
Yeah. They don't. Because of that, I still think that's the reason Mother 3 was banned.
Oh, I see. My Gypsy.
Yeah.
Like this, Aris.
Oh, you're muted again. Oh, there we go. He came back.
I'm muted. Oh, okay.
You were muted. He came back. Yeah. All right, came back. I don't know. I think it's Discord today. So,
Yes.
what were we talking about? Do you want to go back to the Trudeau stuff, or do you want to?
Yeah, whatever is fine with me, because I'm super tired today, so I am fine with anything.
Okay, well, okay. So after he had his fun situation where basically because of certain things he's been problematic. Like now he's scared because
Oh, no,
Trump has basically called him out. Yeah, he called him out, and because of his calling him out, that has caused a lot of problems.
And why is Trump calling him out anyways? He's not even in power.
Well, basically saying, yes, but the funny thing is that all it took was him basically saying, hey,
Yeah, come and join us, become the 51st state, something.
yeah, maybe you can be governor. I mean, it is funny that that's all it took to end our illustrious prime. To end him was basically.
Welcome to the stream. I'm a bit
Hello.
tired today, so no FF10. Game has too many random encounters. I'd get bored pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with Breath of Fire is the encounters are absurd.
The encounter rate is high.
That's
par for the course for
stupidly
many.
high.
That's par for the course for many SNES JRPGs. Or JRPGs for that time. For that matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of.
Lunar, right? Lunar the Silver Star for Sega CD.
Yes, dragon for the Black Dragon for the win every time. Don't bother fighting Black Dragon.
Yeah, I do that too. To be honest,
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's how you get to the good. That's how you get to the good hot springs. As my friend likes to put it. I never knew what he meant until he kind of showed me what. Oh.
It's a little bit harder.
You
It's actually a little bit harder in the PS1 version because you have to buy the soap early. It's a working designs thing.
Yeah.
And it's like 2,000. Yeah, it's 2,000 for the soap. You normally wouldn't have saved that much at that point because you gotta buy it at the boat.
I thought it was funny though. I remember like people like my buddy back in the day when that came out, I had friends just losing their mind over that.
Sega CD, right? Not the PS1 version. The Sega CD version or the PS1 version?
PS1 version, because they found out from the Sega CD. Yeah, they found out from the Sega CD that was a thing.
I mean, we have a Parasite Eve 2 that just gives that away for free as a part of the game. Shower scene.
Yep. But magical desperation. Have you not heard of the mythical porn, the mythical porno in the woods? Have you not
Amusing.
So I'll explain it to Elle because unfortunately Elle is an uncivilized individual. Back in the day, there used to be the magical mythical porno.
Okay. What is that?
So when we were young, when we were kids, it wasn't just easy access like you lesser folks. We had to go on mythical quests to find our porn. So when you're traveling out in the woods,
okay,
you have to look for certain things like boxes that were turned over for some reason, or like a hole in a tree that looks like it has a plastic bag in it.
Okay.
And inside, you and your friends could find mythical magical porno. It's porn that normally you never would have found normally.
Okay.
And so, for a teenager or a young individual of a young age, this would be your first introduction to porn.
I see.
Yeah. See, now you guys just go, a certain hub this or a certain hub that, or this tube or that tube. You know, you don't get the magical mythical quest.
Yeah, Pixiv works.
And it is truly sad. Yeah. You guys don't get the fun of that. And every once in a while you find a treehouse with 4 or 5 of them. And the greatest glory of all
Huh?
was if you found a VHS out in the woods.
And where would you watch this VHS?
Yes, of course you have to. It's the mythical porno.
Where would you watch
It's how
Like
at home.
at home?
Yeah.
How?
Well, on a VHS player.
Well,
You take it home with you.
Yeah,
You take it home with you.
Somebody would see you watching it.
No. You got to find the right times. You know. The magical, mythical porno that would be found out in the woods. It was really important young thing. Also, technically, we could just watch Canadian news because Canadian news would give porn away for free. Holy crap! Some of the stuff that was on Canadian news
I see.
back in the day, yeah. You know, I won't ever forget them showing scenes from Wicked City. You know what scenes I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I have a novelization of Wicked City, by the way. I think it's a sequel or something.
Yeah. I think there was like multiple, like there's more than one if I remember correctly. But it just, you know, we never did get the, you know, us up here, we never did get the mythical, like you guys don't get the mythical porn anymore. It's sad.
Interesting. You guys have those. You guys have those cable TV channels, which for some reason are always just showing snowy garbage.
Oh, we did that back in the day too. That was a trick.
A trick, huh?
But,
I mean, you need
yeah.
need a special cable to view what was there, but all you actually had to do was just like adjust the contrast settings a little bit and then switch channels real quickly. Switch back.
Yeah.
You can see.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you got some of the fun, but you didn't get the magical mythical porno in the woods. That is a truly wondrous experience. It's like finding a real life fairy or a leprechaun.
Interesting. So this magical mythical porno in the woods you're talking about, basically it belongs to someone else.
Most likely a homeless person or another teenager that didn't want to get caught with it. So they you know.
I see. Sounds a little bit dangerous, but I guess when you're kids, you're not really thinking about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it is funny for that generation. It's this kind of that amusing little.
Sounds like it could be a movie, actually.
Not really. But like, there's a generation of kids that actually, you'll say that to someone, and someone will be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that," and you'll be like, "What?"
And that's why it could be a good coming of age type of movie.
Yeah.
I could make a story out of that easy.
Well, you're welcome to it.
Yeah, perhaps when I have a little bit more free time. So I have to work on that story idea you pitched. But finding free time to do it. I have to do it on stream. Don't have any other free time.
Oh, no problem. But no, it's funny some of the stuff that, you know, kids did back in the day. You know, seeing your first boob and all the stuff that, you know, now it's like, teenagers don't have that anymore.
I
A
understand.
part of me thinks it's kind of sad.
I understand what you're talking about. It's one of my Talks topics, which was not about porn, by the way. It's the fascination with things from back then, which you can't really experience anymore. Because
It is.
the world we lived in does not exist anymore.
It really doesn't. Not the way it used to. Like we're nowhere near as interesting as it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Like it's all shifted at this point. It's and partially it's like it has everything to do with like
Because of
three
better
things really fucked up our
access.
society, and one of them
Also
was
I think it's also because of better
one of
access to technology now.
well, better access and a lot of like let's be honest, that fucking COVID did some serious damage to us.
I guess. I think it's just a generational thing. Like each generation has their special. They all have their special quirks and little things which they experienced growing up, which perhaps some of us did not experience, and which future generations will no longer be able to experience because, again, those worlds that we lived in back in the past don't exist anymore. It's like even with video games, with retro games. Back then, those weren't retro games; those were state-of-the-art video games. And, those were the best experiences we could have. But nowadays, going back to them, it's just purely for nostalgia, or maybe you're just really interested in replaying a game from your childhood. You want to finish something that you started long ago. Or if you're new to retro games, maybe you just like the aesthetics of retro games. But back then, it's not about the aesthetics of looking like a retro game. It's because it actually looked good for the time. Like it was state of the art. Like we didn't think that video games could get any better than this.
We really didn't. Like like how innovative was stuff back in the day. But here's the thing. I'll tell you this right now. Like as I've seen it, because I've done this with kids. And done this with friends of my friends' kids. There, I'll like we'll be chatting, and they'll be wanting to go play a video game, and I'm like, hey, you want to try this game out? And they'll look at it and go, oh, well, I don't know if I want to play it. And then then they'll start playing it, and they'll be so into that game because they're like, wow, this is amazing. I never knew a game like this existed. And that to me kind of tells me that we're not done yet. We're not licked yet. Like there's still a generation that can enjoy the old stuff just as much as they'll enjoy the new stuff.
Yeah, because it's a different kind of experience for them. It's also a brand new experience for them. If they've never played the games from previous generations before. As you know how newer games work nowadays, very different from back then. And a lot of kids just like to play on their phones.
Yep. Dial up and go, I know.
That's not to say their experience is... I'm not saying their experience is any less than ours, though. It's just different.
No, I wasn't saying it was one way or another. Well, the gotcha thing is a little fucking fucked up, personally. Like, I can't deny that I think that's disgusting, but,
Well, people enjoy it. It makes money for these companies. And it keeps
but there's...
it keeps certain companies relevant even in modern times.
Yeah. But there's a little much to that, and that's like, there's that overkill. And when you're doing that to a kid, that's a little problematic. My rule usually is as follows. Anything over $60 is my limit. So I won't spend any more than $60 on a project or an item.
I mean, I don't even spend anything on Mobile Legends, and I can play it just fine. So, there are some games that don't really require the gacha mechanics. Although a lot of them...
No. I do that more to support the group than I do legitimately for any other purpose. That and if a character looks cool. I'm
Oh, that's the main purpose.
I like some of the more...
That's the main purpose, actually. If you like the
Yeah.
aesthetics of the character, that's kind of what gacha is all about. That's
Yeah,
why
I know,
people
but I
really
my
want
max...
their waifus.
Yeah, well, that's why I spend no more than $60. That's kind of the other reason I haven't done League of Legends again, because unfortunately my League of Legends account has been long since... I haven't played in so long, and my account's just kind of out of things. So I'm gonna have to... If I got back into it, I'd have to start from scratch.
Oh, why bother? It takes so long to finish one game. Let's play Mobile Legends. It's faster.
That's literally like again, but I'd have to that my account's pretty much dead at this point. Found out the hard way that you can actually your account can kind of die. You don't play after a long period.
I see.
Never knew that. I do like the other one I wouldn't mind instead getting back into is Super Mecha Champions, because I enjoy that one more than I enjoyed Mobile Legends.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. I have no idea what that is.
It's very similar. It's a third-person
MOBA?
shooter game.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's not a MOBA.
So it's like Overwatch.
Very similar to Overwatch, but if you max out your stuff by doing kills and other stuff, you can summon your mech. And you can ravage with your mech, and games can shift quite drastically.
Overwatch is like?
In some way, yeah.
I see. So that game is still alive. I guess I could give that a try.
It's actually quite good. I kind of like it, and it's free. I think you'll like it. There's a lot of waifu material there.
I see. Oh, they
Everyone
even made a visual novel nowadays that has gacha mechanics, and it's by Key/Visual Arts, the legendary visual novel publishers and creators. Yeah, Heaven Burns.
Yeah, they do. They're doing. Yeah, there's that Targe X that's coming out, which kind of seems like a gacha game attitude. So apparently, you become a more powerful superhero by being liked more and people believing in you more. Well, how does that play out? Does that play out with a point system? Like how do you get that belief power? Is that something on your phone? Do you vote for your superhero to be stronger?
Oh.
If you pay $5.99.99. Yeah, it's a Chinese/Korean/ it's a little bit of everything anime from what I was reading.
I mean, that system that the more belief that people have in your hero, the more powerful that hero. That's kind of from Fate Stay Night.
In a way, yeah.
That's exactly the system, the servant system in Fate Stay Night. As long as a certain number of people believe in it, it can be summoned as a heroic spirit. So you can even summon a heroic spirit that never existed in reality.
Like Alice.
Yep.
I do like I do like Archer's Prayer. I've used that in D&D a couple times.
Unlimited Blade Works.
Yep. Yeah, there's a certain character.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't want to say what it is because Argus is now playing in my game, so but I have used it a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The unlimited blade work chant. I am the bone of my sword, etc. Steel is
Yeah, I
my
am the
body
bone of
and fire is my blood.
Yeah.
You know that he actually means that literally when he says that.
Yeah, I know. Even the archer, I can't remember what he actually what famous character he is. I know
He's
I
not
know
a famous.
Saber's
He's not a famous character. Archer. Archer is Emiyashiro.
No. Who's okay.
Archer is the
Who's it?
future form of the main character, Emiyashiro.
I thought it was like I thought each character had their own aspect of like they were actually like based off a fictional or historical character, wasn't it?
Yeah, and well, he's a future heroic character.
Okay, because then there's
He becomes a hero.
Saber.
Yeah, so Emiyashiro, the main character, becomes a hero in the future. So he is a
okay.
heroic spirit, and Archer is his future self.
Okay.
So he's kind of different from
And then
all the other stuff, all the other servants that way. And
Yeah,
Archer
but Fate's
wants
Day
to
Night.
kill him. Yeah, and Archer wants to
Yeah.
kill the original Emiyashiro. And he even admits that, he just wants to do it for the sake of it. Because even if he does kill his past self, Emiyashiro, it won't erase the fact that he can still be summoned as a heroic spirit anyways. So it won't erase the fact that he already became a hero. Because he does not like being a heroic spirit.
I don't know much about it. I do know a little bit, like, because I know, isn't it there different versions of Fate that kind of have different story arcs? Because I remember Archers with another, like with the girl there in one version or something like that.
Here's how
I don't know much about the lore for
it's
Fate.
okay. It's one visual novel. It's one visual novel. There are 3 routes. So basically different endings, but each of these 3 routes are very, very different from each other. So the first route is the Saber route, which was tackled by the first Fate Stay Night anime, kinda. So it's very loosely. It's a very loose adaptation. And then the second one is Unlimited Blade Works, which is the same as the anime. So this is the Rin route. So each of these routes basically happen very differently. The events happen very differently. They start out the same, and then the events play out very differently. And then the final round is called Heaven's Feel, which is more of a horror story than anything else. Like, Sakura, Rin's sister, is the main girl there. And basically, she's adopted by the Mato family and, gets subjected to all kinds of things in order to bestow her with magical power, because the Mato family uses bugs as their form of magic. And you can imagine what happens underneath the dungeons to a young girl. The mage family uses bugs as their main form of magic.
Yeah, I saw that anime too.
Ilia. Yes, Ilia's Ville.
Oh.
Ilia is a homunculus.
Yeah.
She is the main character of Fate Collide Liner Prisma Ilia, which is an offshoot of the Fate franchise. So basically, it's one of the possibilities. So some kind of multiverse. One of the possibilities of the Fate franchise. Fate Grand Order is another one of those. So, it's like a multiverse.
So
So
I
the
prefer the
main
Get
ones
Backers
are
a
only-
lot. The story.
So the main
I prefer
ones
the
are
Get
just,
Backers.
Get Backers? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of one reason only. This is confusing as fuck.
I like Get Backers because of Dr. Akabane. Dr. Akabane. Crudo Akabane is his
Why does everyone find him the most interesting? Like, I don't find him. I find Lady Poison kind of hot, but that's
I
just me.
don't find him the most interesting. I just think he's funny because every time he fights Ban, he kind of just loses. Actually, every time they fight, but he's like, this is not enough to bring out my true power yet. The true power of Kurudo Akabane, which I myself do not yet know. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's funny. It's not enough to bring out your true power, but you don't know what your true power is. You're a funny man. No, you're just losing. You just lose
Yeah,
every time.
I'm not a fan. I don't know why people, but people like that character. Like, he seems to be like really liked, and there's a lot of shipping with that
also
character.
the main character. I like that. I mean, his ability is underrated. Especially the snake.
It really is.
Especially the snake.
Well, he's got more abilities than like the main character, the Lightning guy, is like the Lightning Emperor.
Yeah,
He's got like very little. Bad is so kitted out. He's OP in that series.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's a genius as well in battle.
yeah.
So he actually knows how to use his abilities.
Yeah, he is so OP'd in that franchise. I kind of like him for it, and I kind of hate him for it because it makes him a little too much if you think about it.
Oh, I don't like him that way. Because, he's so sure of himself all the time, so it kind of fits.
Mm.
Hello, Psyche. Fate Talk, yeah, Fate and Anime. This time we're talking about, Get Backers.
I was a little sad it never did get its full incarnation.
Yeah, true.
I would have loved to.
It wasn't adapted fully. Because, they were supposed to go up to, that place that's like heaven, but not really heaven. And have some more fights there.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, we never did. We never get. And it's not a bad battle anime. The one series I'm still depressed on, and I will forever be depressed on, is a little anime by the name of Tenchu Tengi.
Tenjo.
I am so upset that got ended.
It's,
I have been for.
That is Kurumi approved. Yes, I'm sure you'd like those. Lots of fan service and, boobs.
I don't mind. Like I said, I'm not against fan service. You know, just
that's
like
why
to
I
me,
say
I was
it's,
just like, I can't
That's why I
believe.
say it's Kurumi approved. Because if it had a lolly main character, then it would not be Kurumi approved.
Well, she's not really a what's it called? Because she turns into a really big boob sexy chick.
Uh-huh.
It's an interesting series to say the least. I don't want to get too much into it because a lot of people be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" But it's sad. It just it got
I don't like the
burned.
main character, by the way. The guy, I don't like him. Sucks.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Basically, he's Goku. He just receives
In a way, yeah.
He receives power-ups for no reason. Starts out.
He's got the
super
fight.
weak.
Yeah, he gets the power of the. It's because it's a part of who he is. It's part of his being, basically.
He starts out super weak, and then, like at the end of the anime, and I think there was a second season or like an OVA, whatever. I think there was a second season. Suddenly, he's stronger than what's her name, Maya, and also stronger than that student council president guy.
Yeah. They never actually, they never did get to that, if I remember correctly.
Oh, they did have an anime adaptation, but I don't know if it was an OVA or something. Because I remember seeing
Yeah, it was an OVA. It was an OVA, but they never got a season 2.
Oh, I see.
It got like 10 episodes if I remember correctly, which is really sucks because it's a really good anime. And it sucks because it ends off with the the bowling anime scene where they get into the hole where they get to the big street fight at the bowling alley,
Uh-huh.
which is a cool scene, which is a really cool scene. It's just like, damn it, that's where they end it. We got a couple enders on there. Not my favorite series, but not my worst. But I'm just sad that one never got finished. It's not my most unfinished series that I'm still pissed off. I'm still really fucking sore about, really angry about is Wolverine and the X-Men.
Really?
That to me is a sore spot. That is a sore spot for me.
I thought it already did end. Did it end with what's her name getting killed off?
No, they were gonna do a season 2, and they were gonna lead up to the Apocalypse arc.
Oh, okay.
And it got completely destroyed. So it's like we lost. We pretty much like didn't get that ending, and I'm still to this day kind of salty about that one because like we were supposed to get a completely like a continuation of the series, and they just never did it. And that's kind of dick if you think about it.
Well, I don't know. Cause probably
But that's
probably executive corporate decision, whatever. Designed by
basically
committee.
that's what happened. They basically got burned. Well, I've heard there wasn't no money. The funny thing is they had its stuff ready. Like they had Deadpool, they had art design for some of the new characters. They were going to bring characters in, like they were going to bring in other people. Like there was a lot that was going to come in, and they just kind of dropped it. I'm like, no, just no. What the fuck? Don't drop it like that. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I guess.
And it's a sad series for that fact because I'm like, we all wanted that continuation.
Well, ever since the 90s are in a lot of cartoon series never really get an actual ending. Every time I see a new cartoon, I'm like, whether it ends or not, I'm fine.
See, to me it was, to me it's aggravating because Totally Spies just kept going and going and going. Yet this really good this really good cartoon that has a good story and it doesn't even get a freaking full series like that. That's so douche.
Maybe more people like Totally Spies or something.
I blame it on fan service. That's my going theory. It's all the fan service.
And Kim Possible even gets character development and an ending.
Well, Kim Possible was actually really good, like surprisingly good. Wasn't like for a girl anime for a girl cartoon, it's not bad.
Yeah, I guess.
I know some people are like, well, but it wasn't that bad. And yeah, no, they Totally Spies was some serious fan service.
I guess.
That's all I remember is like, yeah.
I never found them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never found their character design.
Oh, have you not seen there's a compilation out there where they just kind of show all the sus stuff that was in Totally Spies?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
seen that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they're just sometimes those clippers are just taking things out of context too much.
Having watched that due to babysitting, I would say no. No, there is that. There's even I'm like, "Ew."
Is that so?
But I'm not allowed to show. When I babysat for my friend to help him with when they were watching his kid there, it's like I'm not allowed to tell his kid certain things because I keep showing them Thundercats or old cartoons. And his girlfriend slash wife now, slash ex-wife. Yeah, she didn't like the fact that I would show them stuff like Inspector Gadget, or Thundercats, or Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Did Cadillacs and Dinosaurs have a cartoon?
So I got what?
Did Cadillacs and Dinosaurs have a cartoon?
Yes, it did. It was a comic originally.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know it had a cartoon.
Yep, an awesome cartoon. 12 episodes of amazing.
I know the comics had the girl wearing that super skin tight pants, which
Oh, they did not fail us there in the cartoon.
oh,
Remember, it was 80s, so we got the 80s cartoons.
I see.
For those that don't know, in 80s cartoons, we were allowed to have girls, grown women wearing scantily clad outfits and stuff. It was okay.
I think it's going to become a little bit more okay now. With the woke going broke.
It might slowly go back to being okay again. Like, a lot of people, like, I make the joke when it comes to people, people make jokes that for those that don't know who this character is, Sally Fields, aka from Sonic, launched 1,000 furries. And I'm like, no. It was Miss Calico from SWAT Cats. That's what launched 1,000 furries. Look up SWAT Cats assistant mayor, Alan. Put that on stream. We will convert some of the deviants.
I mean, I guess she's okay. But she looks a lot more human than furry, actually.
I agree, but that launched a lot of ships.
Let's show
Mind you, no one made it real.
show some AI.
No
out there.
one.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's like an AI lore rover, so why not?
Oh yeah. Why not? It's not far off. Any of the AI art that I've seen of her has actually been really good. But that's like SWAT Cats. I would show my friends' kids these old cartoons, eh?
There we go. That's AI art.
Yeah, but I got in a lot of trouble for showing them old cartoons. I don't know why his missus really did that at the time. Why she got so offended by me showing Thundercats of all things. And Secrets of Darkwater.
Oh, Pirates of Darkwater?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, I would show old cartoons, Avatar: The Last Airbender was also on that list, but the Avatar, I don't think she cared one way or another. for Avatar.
Good thing you didn't show Felidae.
Fair? No, of course not. I mean, that's a little much, right? Faraday?
Yeah.
If we're talking about the same, are we talking about the Cat Noir film?
Yes,
Film?
yes, it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
who
no,
done it?
yeah,
It's,
yeah. I can't. I
detective
could never.
mystery.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not showing that. Go ahead.
It's based on a series of books, apparently.
Yeah, I couldn't show that to kids. I'd get in so much trouble.
What was the name of his partner again? Bluebeard.
Mhm.
I'm glad he actually survives.
Yeah.
Ladybug.
No, I remember the one.
Oh, miraculous ladybug. Did you see what she's wearing? What Marinette wears.
Yeah, I have, and you know, for the grown adult, for the grown adult women that decide to cosplay for the Ladybug. Congratulate, hooray for those for parents that allow their kids to cosplay as her. For shame, for shame.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, damn. Some of that cosplay. Damn.
Iris says he will be
I-
right back. See Iris.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Cyber 6 was an interesting one. If anyone remembers that weird French.
Yeah.
That was an interesting French series. It was about an altered human who dressed up like a man and pretended to be a man, even though it was a kind of a girl. It really didn't have a sex. Would be the proper term for the character.
Have you seen the?
It was a weird.
Speaking of animation.
It was weird.
Yes. Speaking
Oh,
of
what the hell was that? 1 second.
animation-
1 second.
Oh,
Hold on. Something came on.
Alright. Kind of tired to do any gaming right now, so this works just fine for me, guys. Just a chill chat stream.
Sorry about that. I just heard someone scream out. And a
like a
weird
security
bag
camera.
sound in the hallway.
Don't you have like a security camera you can check?
I have no idea what just happened. I'm just gonna I just went and lock the door and I'll just grab some equipment and I'll be fine for the rest of the night.
Oh, yes. Don't you have like a security camera somewhere?
Yeah, on the first floor, but nothing. I don't know if it was on there. Wow, what the hell? All I hear in the background is, ah! I'm like, ooh, and I got my soundproofing up, so I shouldn't hear shit. That door's closed, so someone was loud enough to activate. Like, I have headphones on and stuff, so it's like, ooh, I bet. So I went and got my. I'm just gonna go grab my thing and put it next to me there, and I should be good for the rest of the night.
Personal protection is important.
Yeah. I got a couple toys. So back to what we were talking about. What we were talking about. We were talking about old cartoons. There was Cyber 6, which was kind of. I kind of liked it, but it was such a weird idea for. I've never seen that in a cartoon at that time. It was very unique in its way.
Nice.
It's kind of funny how they just kind of that shifted. I wonder if we'll see that stuff again,
So,
like something like that again, or is it, or have? Do you think that the death of woke is going to make stuff like that and just not exist anymore?
I have no idea. But have you seen, like, the recent, well, I think it's, an indie animation called Layla.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it? It's free
No.
to watch on YouTube. Basically, it's pretty interesting. Basically, three, very young boys, like, I don't know, maybe around 10 to 11, by a sex bot. That's the premise.
Okay. Yes. Actually, that didn't come up on my radar, but that did come up on my that came up in my feed one night while I was because I watch a lot of animation on my thing.
Uh-huh. So I watched it from start to finish.
So
Actually, it's actually
is there
a
more
good
than one?
story. It's just one episode. It's actually a good story.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
despite the premise of it, it's actually a well-told story that handles the premise quite tastefully. Which which I guess is props to the animators and the storyboarders. And the
Yeah,
writer.
it was really well done. I agree.
Yeah. So you have seen it.
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, it was fascinating because I didn't expect something like that to pop up in my feed, because usually stuff like that doesn't. But I watch a lot of cartoons on. There are a lot of heroes on the YouTubes doing the right thing, and they they'll go online and they'll take their old cartoons that are 30 years old, and they'll just put them online so you can watch them. And I think those are heroes, personally.
Speaking of cartoons that are worth watching, there's a really old one that's worth watching for any generation, I would say. The Bear That Wasn't.
Okay.
It's a short one. Have you seen that?
I might have, but it sounds familiar, but I don't. My brain isn't registering,
Yes, I
so
can
probably
refresh
not.
your memory a bit. So it's about a
Go ahead.
bear. It's like a bear who was hibernating, and then, while he was hibernating, a city was built overnight, and then he was woken up by the sounds of the construction. And when he came out, somebody told him, "All right, you get back to work." Get back to work. And he was like, "Sir, I'm a bear." And the person who was telling him to get back to work, "No, you're not. You're a man. You're a funny man in a bear suit." Yep.
Yeah, that does sound kind of fun.
Yeah, you're a funny man in a bear suit, and then he gets passed around, first to the foreman, and then to the manager, and then to the CEO. And then they take him to a bunch of bears who are in a zoo. We're like, "Is this a bear?" And then the bears reply, "Nope, that's a man in a bear suit." And it was like, "I'm telling you, I'm a bear." Anyways, he goes through the workday as a man, because that's what they say he is. So he just follows what they say. And then at the end of the workday, as the sun sets, he realizes, you know what, no matter what anyone says I am, I know exactly what I am. I'm a bear. So he goes back to sleep and hibernates. It's a good story. The bear that wasn't a bear.
Oh, Red Wall actually is also on the is
Iris knows
is
it.
on YouTube. What?
Iris knows the animation I'm talking about. He's basically singing the song in the chat. The bear that wasn't a bear.
So yeah, we got a. So yeah, if you want to watch a decent, it's actually a really decent cartoon, and actually a decent cartoon, like a decent series from what I was reading. There's an anime? I mean, not anime. I keep wanting to say anime. I apologize. There's a cartoon called Redwall on YouTube. Anybody can watch it.
I see.
It's worth watching. It really is worth watching.
So Aris has seen the bear that wasn't. I think the message of the bear that wasn't is a lot more powerful than it looks at a glance. I think it's based on a children's story, which was published a long time ago. You know, it's about staying true to yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. So no matter what anyone tells you about yourself, you know better. You know you're a bear. Doesn't matter if it's the CEO or other bears or the foreman, the manager.
Yeah.
Basically, people higher up in society than him, telling him, "You're a man in a bear suit."
Yeah. Well, you are. I like that though. It's funny how stuff like that type of stuff doesn't really exist now, does it? If you think about it, there's a lot of the morals are kind of disappearing when it comes to cartoons, isn't it? Or are they being streamlined?
I think it's just changing. Now they're pushing an agenda now. They're pushing a woke agenda most of the time. Hello, nearest son the ancient. Welcome.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild that we're getting that way with our society. Like, it wasn't like that a while ago, and now it's like this shift that just seems to...
As Katsu Sanya would say, society is decadent, oh no.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that old, what was it? God is dead, and we killed him. The whole thing, but no one ever says the rest of that. So I kind of like, what has become of us when we do that? What society will become, and are we guilty for allowing God to die?
That's interesting. Where is that from? That's an interesting concept.
Nietzsche. God is dead. We killed him.
I see.
It's the idea that in basically our society, we got a bad the idea that now that we have removed what
we're losing our morals, and
and
society's going on a downward spiral.
Yeah, which I think is kind of true.
If you'd give visual novels a chance, like the kind that I like, I think you might like Planetarian, which I streamed yesterday.
I'm here and there for visual novels now. It's just like I had my visual novel moment, and then I kind of to that. Now I haven't really gone back into it.
You know what a kinetic novel is?
What?
Do you know what a kinetic novel is? It's a form of visual novel.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It was pioneered by Planetarian, the term. So the creators of Planetarian pioneered that term. Basically, it's a visual novel with no interaction, no choices whatsoever. You're just there to read the story from start to finish. So yeah, that's what a kinetic novel is. That's what Planetarian is. It's basically like a 3 to 4 hour read. So it's short and sweet. And it features just 2 characters. I think you might enjoy it.
Well, that's why audiobooks exist. That's kind of my version of that. I'll listen to the old stuff. Like I was listening to Black Company not too long ago, and Elric Oric, for example, I've listened to a couple times.
But, it's a very short story, and I think the premise might at least interest you. Like, it's a post-apocalyptic story, so, the world descended into a war between, different factions. Basically, World War III happened, and, people started using robots to, kill each other off even more after the nukes did their job. And people started using robots. And now humanity has declined into like little packets of tiny little packets of people just trying to survive, trying to find stuff from the old world in order to survive themselves. Anyways, that's the premise of it, and the main character is known as a junker, basically a scavenger, but more of a survival-oriented scavenger. Very good at fighting, because people kill each other all the time nowadays, after the post-apocalyptic thing happened. And he happens to enter this shopping mall, wherein he finds an android in the shape of a young girl who is basically the planetarium's presenter. So there's a planetarium there. She's the presenter. And she still thinks that the world around her is the same as always, so that her co-employees, the humans who used to work there with her, will return someday. She does not understand that a war happened and all of humanity basically died off. And that's the premise of the story. It's just about the interaction between the junker and that young girl, android.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically it. That's the premise of it.
Yeah.
So she's a little bit broken, and she only has a little bit of power left for only a few more days. And she happened to activate, because she's been conserving her power, only activating at certain times of the year. No, only activating like once a year. And she happened to activate at just the right time when that junker was there looking for stuff to scavenge inside the shopping mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that is the entire premise of the story. It's just in the interaction between the two characters, the junker and the android.
Yeah, that is I don't know if I I don't know. Like I said, for me, it's audiobooks. Like, for me, I'll listen to old Conan the Barbarian.
So, what do you think is wrong with that premise?
No, that's not saying it's not nothing wrong with it. Just, I'd rather listen to Conan. I'd rather listen to,
Okay. So
Solomon Kane slaying
There's a
people.
story that's not for you.
Yeah. Like, I like The Wings in the Night for Robert E. Howard's Solomon Kane, where
I think you're limiting yourself. But
I'm not limiting myself. Yeah, I do you. That's basically right. I don't necessarily know how. If I pay attention to something, I pay attention to it. If I don't, I don't. It has to catch my. It has to catch me when I want to do something. When I want to pay attention to something like that. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. Same with visual novels. I haven't had a visual novel kick in a long time, so I just don't have the same. I just don't see any reason to.
Which visual novels have you
get
read
into
then?
those.
You said
Devil in the G String. There was one with one where everyone was underwater,
Ever
There was
17?
one that was,
Was that ever 17?
yeah, it might have been.
Ever 17,
I
out of infinity.
I don't know if that was. It was about an underwater amusement park, and everyone gets
That's
trapped in
ever
there because of
17.
a.
That's definitely ever 17.
Okay, yeah,
And the main
okay.
twist is that the narrator was omnipotent all along.
I thought the narrator was the android
Nope.
that was in the robot.
No, the narrator
'Cause
was omnipotent and omniscient all along. Yep.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I don't know if that was ever 17 then. Because what I remember is that one of the characters has like a disease that makes her kind of like she regens super fast.
Uh-huh. Yep, that's ever 17.
Is that a? Okay, cool. The other one was is a weird cult one a friend of mine told me about, and I never finished it because I could never get past the one secret
Divide
because
it.
I don't know, it's been a long time.
Was it hentai? If it was hentai, it's divided. Or spelled
I
as
s-
D-I-V and dead. As in D-E-A-D.
I have no idea. Then there was a battle sim I played for a while. I played a visual novel where it's like you had a little RTS stuff that you did. I don't remember lots. Like I said, it's been a long time. Like to me,
Brave soul.
like what you maybe I don't know. It wasn't a hentai. I know that it was. But
Oh.
it was like a yeah. It wasn't a hentai. It was more. It's more calm. It was more like your character. You run a group of. You run a group of centurions, and you got like not like centurions, but they look like kind of army like that type of style. And you fight other people, but you have like moments where the storyline you get in a small battle moment.
So that Brigandine.
Um,
So that Brigandine for PS1.
maybe. Don't know. Couldn't tell you because it's been forever.
I don't count that as a visual novel. More like a game with visual novel elements.
I guess Persona, if you want to go there, if you want to consider that visual novel esque.
Yeah, again, I consider that a game with visual novel elements.
Yeah.
I made a list yesterday of that sort of stuff. Like how I classify different visual novels.
Yeah, I'm not like for me. Wings in the Night is such a good thing. And that's I like the idea of it where Solomon Kane I'll give you a little description of it. Solomon Kane is escaping a group of people, and he gets attacked by what looks like this weird avian-like creature. He gets messed up, and he meets these African people, and he's in Africa at the time. And he kind of goes into unfortunately during the scenario he unfortunately has the sad moment of that he isn't able to save these people, and he just can't save them as these African people are slaughtered, and he's so enraged he becomes almost dedicated to the violence of killing these creatures. And he finds the head of the chief and he puts it on a tree. And when he finally figures out a way to get the creatures, he goes to such extremes that he murders all the surrounding creatures in the Serengeti, so that these heartbeat creatures have nowhere else to go. And he puts all the meat in his hut, and he leaves the hut door open. And he's gone so mad, he's like talking to himself, "I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!" He's so enraged.
So
And
I get it. You like
at the end
gothic
of it, he
feel.
finally traps all the creatures. What?
You like the gothic theme of it, I guess.
No, no. The way the description of Robert E. Howard's writing is so good. I'm enthralled. I'm invested by this, and he basically, as he's setting this up and he's killing them. He keeps the last day he starts talking to the head of the chieftain, and he's described, and when he goes to kill the creatures, and he traps them in there because they all jump into this hut and they can't get out, and basically he kills them when they try to escape, and they all get burned alive. He hears the chieftain laughing, and at the end of it, as he walks away, he falls to his knees and prays to God because he realizes what he ends up becoming, almost like righteous judgment in a way. It was vengeance, but it's righteous judgment. This was a man who became, and he freed himself of the evil that what he was. And it was a horrible scenario because basically both villages, no one other than Solomon Kane, no one survives. And it's a really good story. I kind of like Solomon Kane. I'm one of those guys that's a fan of some of the stories. The skulls in the sky. Is it the stars in the sky, or is it the skulls? I think it's the skulls in the sky. The sky are actually quite good too. Where it's Solomon Kane's conviction that makes the character kind of interesting.
I see.
So I don't know. I'm kind of one of those guys, and I like that. I like another one I really fell in love with was the.
If you like that, might I recommend? If you like that sort of stuff, might I recommend a particular visual novel called Swan Song?
I actually think I've seen Swan Song. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I like.
There is no.
I think I've read that one.
There is no anime for that. It's a visual novel.
No, I'm almost certain I've actually. I think I've read that.
Have you now?
That sounds really familiar.
Okay, a group of 4 friends are having like a party, like a get together on New Year's. Hello, Cody Stanky. Suddenly, an earthquake occurs, and society falls apart because of that one earthquake. So the entirety of society falls apart, and now humanity is left to fend for themselves with, especially those with guns, like the police, like organizing themselves into groups to loot, pillage, kill, rape, and do all kinds of nasty stuff, with the central government being disabled by both the earthquake and the endless snow. So now, everyone is left to try to survive for themselves, including those 4 friends, who eventually join into different factions. One of them who was the nerd, by the way, Nerd and Geek, became a ruthless killer and leader of the school faction, eventually. And they start attacking other factions, including some cults. So cults which are just, minding their own business. And he does all kinds of nasty stuff, like making one of the women perform, oral sex on him, and then getting her raped to death by dogs before running her through. Do you enjoy?
Well, now you lost me 100%.
Enjoy that sort of stuff.
No, I don't. So
I mean, it's the reality of what humans might do if society falls apart.
Yeah. You see, you had me up to like, okay, then no.
Why not?
No love and pledge. Superman not here.
You don't like
That's all
that
I'm gonna
sort
say
of
to you on
stuff?
that one.
You don't like that sort of stuff?
No. No, I don't. I like my Conan the Barber. I like my Robbery Howard, my H.P. Lovecraft. Stuff that actually, is macabre
Oh!
without being perverted or
Oh,
dark.
you want a
You know?
Lovecraftian one? You should try Saya no Uta, Song of Saya. Yes, I'm talking to
No,
Orc
no, yeah,
Warchief.
yeah,
Orc Warchief reviews.
no. Hello.
Why not? So
No.
why not?
You give me a real bad pick there. Nah.
Why not?
Ooh.
Do you know about
Look.
Saya no
I'm,
Uta?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna suggest to you like I do my friend when it comes to this.
Huh?
I like my books like I like my porno. Two different fucking things.
Huh? I don't get it. Anyways,
Oh, just a joke. Go ahead.
so what's wrong with Song of Saya or Saya no Uta? Are you familiar with that?
No, but it does sound familiar.
So why are you saying no?
I don't know that song, that swan song just made
Oh,
me
swan
no.
song. Okay. So
Yeah. See, to me, okay, I don't, I am a man of culture, and I have seen hentai. I'm not being hypocritical here, but when I want to get into something, I don't want that to be a focal point of the scenario that I'm involved in.
that's not the focal point of.
Like when I'm reading a book,
Well, that's not the
I like
focal
to
point
read a
of
book.
That's not the focal point of Swan Song.
No,
It's not a
but that
hentai.
becomes that.
It's not a hentai. It happens in a description.
I don't know. That's a little much. Even for me, I'm like, damn, like, yikes.
I mean, novels do that all the time.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I kind of stopped paying attention to visual novels.
No, I mean just regular novels do that all the time.
Yeah, some novels do, and I'm not interested in that stuff. That stuff just kind of makes me go meh.
All right.
Like I kind of like the, it's not that I don't like Conan the Barbarian, for example. There's a lot of bad stuff in Savage Sword of Conan.
Huh?
And all the old school stuff. There's a lot of aggressive stuff, but I'm kind of like of that. I'm more. I read something to enjoy to enjoy what is of this. I don't watch it for this, and this. Kind of one of those things. Same thing with other stuff. Like if I'm going to watch El Blue Girl, for example, well, I know why I'm watching El Blue Girl. Like I don't. This is why visual novels kind of got boring to me because it was one of two things for me, and I just kind of didn't find the same love that you have for them. My friend made the joke. My friend used to make the stereotypical joke and go, "Well, dude, it's because you're not Asian." And what do you mean by that? He said, "Well, what?"
I don't really think it's that. I think you're generalizing
No.
visual novel stories too much.
No, I just don't have the same thing for visual novels like as much as I used to. I just don't care as much. It's like there's some cool ones, but I just I actually read Disabled Girls or whatever that one, the one that I actually that was one of the first visual novels I ever read was that one.
Oh yes, that overrated one.
Yeah. And I'm not like visual novels don't always reach out to me. Like there was I read them back in the day. Like Fate was one I read. I read the Toho one.
You said you didn't read Fate Stay Night.
No, I did. I think about it now. I think I have read that one. I'm almost 100% sure now. Just from you explaining stuff to me, it's starting to ring a bell.
Okay.
But again, there's just so much stuff I vaguely remember. I'm certain I read Fate now, just from you explaining a couple things. Or did I play the PSP game?
No, the PSP game is a
I don't know.
fighting game. And an RPG which has nothing to do with Fate Stay Night. It's more like its own self-contained alternate universe. Fate/Extra, or Fate/Unlimited Codes, which is part of the Fate Stay Night franchise, but again, it's more of an alternate reality thing. Even though it
Did I
uses the same
play the
characters.
visual? Did I play the visual? did I just play the PSP? I know I bought the PSP game.
Yeah. So the
I
PSP
think.
game, Fate Unlimited Codes, it uses the same characters as Fate Stay Night, but it's more like an alternate universe, less serious. Basically, Rin gets a
Right.
magical girl costume there, and suddenly everyone starts fighting for some reason. And it's not that serious.
Oh, okay. I think. It's not the one I remember playing.
As for Fate Extra, it's an RPG. It's like a turn-based, card-based RPG, which is an alternate reality.
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember owning it way back in the day. But again, there's so much stuff I've paid attention to. Now that I think about it, I think I might have read. I'm trying to picture. See, I'm picturing it in my head. It's been so long.
Okay.
Like, how old is Fates now? Like, how old is Fates now? 20 years now?
Probably.
Yeah. I remember Funara.
First there was Tsukihime, and then their runaway hit was Fate Stay Night, and it's still going strong even today, the Fate franchise.
And then there was that one with the girl that was a vampire.
That's Tsukihime.
And she was a vampire.
Yeah, that's Tsukihime.
Was that Tsukihime?
Yep. And then it was followed up by Fate Stay Night.
Okay. I'm trying to remember now. This is like she's blonde hair vampire type of thing. I think there's a fight. She's a fight. Okay, so right franchise.
There is a fighting game based on Tsukihime.
Yeah,
It's called
okay.
Melty
That's
Blood.
the one I remember.
It's called
Yeah.
Melty Blood.
Yeah, I kind of remember that, but that was a long time ago.
Yes, the main
I
character
also.
has a very interesting ability. He can see the lines of death. The lines which will eventually split apart when a person or a thing dies. And everyone has that line of death. Or everything, actually, has those lines of death. And by
Okay.
using anything, like a knife, for example, he can cut those lines of death and kill whatever. So it's an interesting ability.
Yeah. Okay, I have no idea. It's vaguely registering. Like Fates registers. Just vaguely. Like my brain just kind of pops in little neurons here. I think I did read that. I know I screwed around with the Ronsei saga because a friend of mine gave me all the Ronsei games
Hentai.
when they got dubbed over. Yeah. Yeah, a buddy of mine did that because he thought you like D&D. Here you go. So I got those from a friend of mine,
Not all hentai
and then
is made equal.
they are. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were all hentai.
Oh, not all hentai is made equal. Fate Stay Night was originally a hentai game. Tsukihime was a hentai game. And
Yep.
a lot of
Okay.
very hit anime, such as Clannad, Canon, Air, One into the Shining Season, those started out as hentai games.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, just because they're hentai games does not mean the hentai was the main focus of those games. It was more,
Well, I remember. Was it Mezzo? Wasn't Mezzo like a hentai thing, and then it shifted over to like an actual like.
I know, it just became a hentai anime, so is what I...
Oh, after. Okay. Okay, because I can't remember. Like, there was a couple I remember seeing back in the day.
There's Bible Black, which started out as a hentai game for sure. And then,
Mhm.
a lot lots of people know it for the OVAs.
Yeah.
You might like,
I did play.
you
I
might
did
like
play
Bible
quite a
Black.
few of the. I know Bible. I know Bible Black well.
I like Bible Black, like it touches upon witchcraft.
I won't get into much details, not on stream, but I know Bible Black. I know Elle Blue Girl.
No,
I know
Bible Black the visual novel.
I know.
I'm talking about Bible Black the visual novel, which is the one
Yeah,
that
no,
the hentai anime is based on. It
and
does
again,
use
I know
legitimate.
Bible Black.
It does use legitimate witchcraft.
Yeah. I know of these animus. I also know of the Mecha Knight one. I also know. I never watched the visual novel, but I know of. I know quite a few. I don't maniculture. I just don't make it a point to get into those details.
That's quite tame.
At least not on live stream. Because I don't know what's going to change in the next 10 years. Because we might go the Australian route in Canada, so I kind of want to hedge my bets. We'll see what happens with the new government that gets put in power. I don't know how far they're going to go one way or the other.
Okay.
So, but no, to me it was interesting. For me was a lot of the strategy stuff that, like, I don't know, like, I kind of jumped all over the place when it came to visual novels. Like, I read the stuff that wasn't, and I read stuff that was a lot more that, and I just kind of dropped out. And I haven't really gone back to it because I just have no interest in visual novels like I used to. I'm listening to old audiobooks, and because there's a lot of really good audiobooks out there that are just really well done. And I can play a video game while we're listening to an audiobook and have a blast.
You know that Samurai Showdown had a very
And
good,
those have become a lot more.
You know
What?
that Samurai Showdown had a very good visual novel.
Oh, okay.
It was for Dreamcast,
Did it?
and it was translated
Did it?
just last year, I believe. Well, I streamed it. It's
Didn't
called
Fatal-
Nakaruru, the gift she gave me.
I thought didn't Final Fight have one as well, or
I don't
King
know.
of Fighters? Yeah.
It's called Nakaruru, the gift she gave me.
Okay. Because I remember King of Fighters having something. I just can't remember what that was. I know they had a couple movies and a couple animes, and I don't know. No. Final Fight had a couple animes. It had an OVA series and an anime. King of Fighters had something after the fact.
King of Fighters has some OVAs.
Yeah.
No, I don't
And
think
then,
the
I think-
story was really a strong
Yeah.
focus in King of Fighters.
King of Fighters actually did legitimately have an actual. It had an actual anime, not anime, but oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. It had a manga or comic book. I know it did because I remember seeing it. I just never did read it. Because then they added all the Metal Slug characters into the series after. And I know, now Terry Bogart's in Final Fantasy not Final Fantasy, Street Fighter 6.
Interesting.
I can't believe they actually put Maya Shiranui and Terry Bogart into Street Fighter 6. And they're officially canon characters now, too. Which to me, I'm like, well, that's great, but there's so many Street Fighter 6 characters that could have been made. I want more Street Fighter 6 characters, to be honest.
Well, you know, Tekken
I want
Cross,
characters from other Street Fighter series. Go ahead.
Tekken Cross Street Fighter never became a thing. Even though they promised
Except
it would
for-
be a thing.
Although Akuma is now now Akuma is officially a Tekken character.
Yeah, he has been for a while. But we had Street
Yeah.
Fighter Cross Tekken.
hmm
So why didn't we get Tekken Cross Street Fighter? Because they did promise it would be a thing. Not just some
That was a
cast
money
characters.
issue, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was a money thing, if I remember correctly.
Meh.
Oh, I agree. That's how a lot of video games go, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of video games out there we just will not get a continuation of, thanks to money.
Oh, whatever. Somebody's gonna make those characters all in Mugen anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Mugen. I love Mugen. Mugen is a pretty cool thing that you can create. I remember someone created an Avon Galleon one, which was kind of badass.
Go search Bao versus Kula.
And that one was kind of neat. I remember seeing not a Street Fighter one, but there was one with Marvel characters actually. It was pretty good.
Search for Slime versus Tifa.
Mhm.
Mugen.
Actually, is Mugen the beat 'em up? If I remember correctly, they also do the
No.
beat 'em up games, right? That uses the same
that's
system.
Boar. That's Open Boar. Open Beats of Rage.
Open Beats of Rage. That's what it was.
It's a
So Open
beat 'em
Boar. Go ahead.
it's a beat 'em up engine. You can just add your own characters there.
Yeah. Okay. So that one, I was playing around with that one. There's some good open board games on there, and I've been impressed by what they've created. I was recently looking at the G.I. Joe one, and damn, that is freaking solid.
The G.I. Joe game we never got.
Yep, and the G.I. Joe game we should have got. I'm tempted to. I was talking to a buddy of mine. We're talking about doing a Mugen game with Thundercats characters.
Yeah, that could work.
And that should be super easy to make. Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine, I said, we could probably do that.
I mean, if somebody already has the sprites for Thundercats, all you have to do is basically plug them into Mugen, make some custom interface, and there you go.
Yeah. That's the game plan. That's the idea. We're thinking about doing that. And we're thinking of making our whole Thundercats franchise thing. It's just making the sprite work's been the big fight. And we want to make the Thundercats game we've always wanted. But me and my buddy have been talking about it. It's a hypothetical. It's something we haven't really gotten into. The sprite it just kind of it's
No, if you're thinking of doing that, you can just use AI to make the sprites.
yeah, because the idea I had was Thundercats Return to Third Earth. And the idea was we were going to be the main Thundercats character. It starts off with Lionel going back to Third Earth with a couple other characters and starting the franchise off. That all these characters get caught in a weird battle scenario, and they have to fight all these bad guys from the original story and go through the entire game. And as you beat certain locations, you unlock characters from the original Thundercats franchise. Yes, like the Turtles beat 'em up that exists out there. Like there's a Ninja Turtles beat 'em up that's actually really good.
Oh, on Open Boar, Rescue Palooza
Yep.
is the name.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza. Which,
Uh,
which is
Oh,
the
you beaten
basis for Shredder's Revenge, actually. I think some of the same devs that worked on Rescue Palooza actually worked on Shredder's Revenge.
Yep. It's actually quite good. I actually kind of like it. So that the idea was to do a whole Thundercats story arc where the main character, you start with Lion-O, and then you get other characters as you slowly go. You get all the different Thundercats, and they all have their different benefits. My problem is that because we were talking about that, and it's like, well, if we do just pure Lion-O, Lion-O is OP in the franchise. He really is. Because he's so powerful to become the master of to become the Lord of the Thundercats, he has to defeat all the Thundercats. And he does defeat all the Thundercats. He takes out, in the big fight there, he defeats all of them.
Yeah. You could use
I think
more
that'd be kind of
functional
fun to
armor.
do, where you kind of what?
Nothing, I just said he could use more functional armor.
Oh, he doesn't need to. He's the Lord of the Thundercats. I'm sorry. Do they really need armor when they can travel in space
Well, yeah,
without masks and
because he
stuff?
fights with a sword.
Yeah. And he's got that claw shield. Remember that? The awesome claw shield that has multiple abilities and effects. Yeah, it was an interesting idea because we could have done stuff like had Hachiman in there, had all the other entities in there that would have shown up in the franchise. And had different combat techniques and abilities and stuff.
He has Aquaman powers, says Cyrus.
Yeah. Yeah. All cats will obey him. He just has to call out to them. He is the Lord of the Thundercats. I like the franchise, and I think it would have been a cool idea to have the franchise all these different characters.
I suppose.
Like each Thundercat had an interesting technique, and I kind of would be kind of cool to have each one of them in the franchise. And then what you do is when you unlock a new Thundercat, you have the music play for each Thundercat, like that Puma Panther's music. Fuck, that works. Oh yeah, Open Bore I've been looking into. I've actually have fucked around with it a little bit. I kind of like it.
Well,
It's just something I've really got to pay attention to a little more. And me and my buddy were talking about that.
Oh, what you do is get a mock-up, like a mock-up game going, like a something. Show something about your idea. Then put it up on Patreon.
Yeah. That's a game. That's an idea. That is an idea. Right now, I'm getting other stuff going, so
that fans will flock to your idea, and then you'll have some know-it-alls discussing your game and how much it sucks.
all my games suck. That's the point.
The reality of game development. Everyone will have
You ain't lying
discussions
there.
about your... Yeah, everyone will have discussions about your game which has not yet been released, just a concept, or just a mock-up. Then everyone will be saying, oh, this sucks so much, blah 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 blah. They don't even know that this and that and that and that. As a Thundercats fan, since the very inception of the series, I have talked to the creators, and I understand that these devs know absolutely nothing. Blah 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 blah. Yep,
Yeah.
that be how people are.
Well,
Toxic.
eh. It's the internet now. Yeah, like let's talk about the new like there's a couple new games coming out soon, and like the main girl looks ugly as fuck, and
Oh,
it's
not
like, oh,
interested.
she looks so ugly, and they're just what?
Oh, not interested. She looks ugly. Not interested.
That's
What is-
exactly right. That's I can't remember the name of it now, but like if we could, well, we can't play the trailer unfortunately because we get flagged. Thank you, YouTube. It's not Star Seller. It's something. You know what? One second. Let me check the. So I'm going to be doing a podcast on Friday. We're going to be talking about the Game Awards and what came out, and what we saw. The game is called
People were surprised that Mobile Legends was
Intergalactic.
nominated.
Was Mobile Legends nominated? Really?
Yes. Best esports.
Ah!
Best esports title. People were surprised. Like, what?
League of Legends has people like League of Legends, but they're not putting the same effort into League of Legends like they did like Mobile Legends.
Meh. Mobile Legends is better nowadays. Yes,
Mobile
yes.
Legends is better nowadays.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
more balance. They always try to fix the balance. Like
Mhm.
even new heroes are not as overpowered as they were before. And the older heroes,
I know.
like Layla, for example, marksman, very basic marksman. She's very viable in ranked nowadays. And I just proved it
I'm
because I just won a game with Layla as our marksman just a few hours
Yeah.
ago on stream.
yeah. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember some of the characters. I can't remember her name now. It was the mecha one I was playing with all the time. The one that was
Showhead.
kind of a range that you could turn into tank.
Oh, no, that's Edith.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, where she turns into a robot. Yeah,
She's a
one
tank
I.
by default. She's a tank by default. When she jumps out of her mech, that's her ultimate. She becomes a marksman.
Okay, yeah. I remember that character, and I remember that character being freaking broken originally. And I remember playing it not too long ago when I was playing at my buddy's house with his stuff, and
She's
I
very-
remember they definitely depowered her. She's not as powerful as she was.
Yeah, but she's still viable. But yes. It's kinda easy to escape her now. Once she uses her ultimate, her marksman form, you just stay away from her.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I found her good for was hunting in the jungles. I found her very viable for that.
Yeah, roam.
Like you go into her ultimate mode and you go right into the jungle and just start wrecking everything in there.
Yeah, roam. She's good for roam. Like, cause she is a
What?
tank. She's good for the roam position. Roaming tank.
Yeah.
Cause she is a tank after all. She just becomes a marksman temporarily for her ultimate.
Yeah, I do a lot of roaming. That's my best play is me. I will spend most of the game killing things around us, and then wait. And basically, I usually protect a certain one of the left or the right flank is usually my thing, and then I'll kill stuff. Then when I see someone come up and I kill them again, I just keep attacking and I wait.
Yeah, that's kind of how
I do a lot of ambushing. I wait for people to kind of get close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how you play as a roam. But she's also viable for experience lane. Like just staying in lane. Because she can
Mhm.
hold the lane
Oh!
by herself.
Oh, she can. Yeah, she really can. If you're, yeah, I did like the character. The other one was the ninja girl. I used a lot,
Hanabi.
and then yeah, and
March
then for me, yeah, and Layla. I liked Layla. I did like Layla. I thought Layla was quite because I liked her for her. She had that distance cannon attack.
Yep. That's her ultimate.
That ultimate is
Yeah, that's her ultimate.
yeah. That is so that is so good. If you hit that off when they're grouping together to do one to lane out, you can wreck a crew.
She's super viable.
I like to.
Nowadays she's
What?
super viable because she has a stun now. Her second skill is now a stun for real. Like you can't move as soon as she hits you with that. And
Oh,
it does
okay.
a lot of damage. Her first skill, the powered shot. After she fires that, she can move faster for a little bit. She gets a slight speed boost after she fires her first skill. So yeah, she has mobility, she has CC, and she has
Yeah.
of course she has that hack's range. Because when she's powered up when she's at level 15 and you have all her items, all you have to do is just keep attacking. They can't come near you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was quite viable, and I kind of liked her as a character. She was one of the ones where I really enjoyed the character, and I thought that was kind of fun, and she's a fun character. So I absolutely enjoy some of the stuff. We'll see. Oh yeah, we also have the new teaser trailer for Superman that came out. I'll have to watch tonight and see how that goes.
Superman. A video game.
No, a new movie apparently. They're doing the new Superman movies coming out soon. Yeah, I'll have to add that to the Orc War Chief reviews Rumble. But on that note, I'm gonna give call a couple people, find out if they find out what the hell that screaming was about, and yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for having me on, and I'm gonna take off. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to our War Chief Reviews, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, and we have moved, before I forget, we did move our podcast. We're doing our podcast Friday at 1 from now on. So if you want to join us there, it's on Rumble. You look up Orc War Chief Reviews. You'll see a kitty with cat wings, and you know you have the right spot. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Do-do-do-do. Let's get back here. Now where was I? Turn on the BGM. Turn this off. So that's rather interesting. Seems that all I had to do was... just connect to Let's View. Let me try that again. Yep, it just works. Yep, it just works. Don't know why, I didn't try this before, but it just works. Let's take a look at my camera. me show you guys my camera from downstairs. Here we go. So this is my camera. And let's see if I can see some of my cats. Oh, there. Is that Misha? No, she's not there. So the fun thing about this like $6 camera. Oh, this is the dining room. You can move it around. And my room is here to the right. Right there. Router is there. And a phone. We got a painting there. And another painting here. Both are mine. And this door here leads to the catio. As you can see, there's a cat door there. And it is dark, so it turned on infrared mode. Yeah, it's a catio. So it's an outdoor enclosure. But they can't really leave the catio because we live next to the highway. Oh, you see the dumbbell. I use that as a weight to prevent the wind from closing the door because we don't have a doorstop. Just some supplies here. Yeah, pretty good camera, huh? For $6. $6 camera, it has infrared. It has rotating function, it has motion detection. Yeah, this is our dining room. As you can see, there's a small TV there. There's a laptop. There's mine. A few chairs. And the table. Small lazy Susan table. And this leads to the living room, this hallway here. Which we can't really see more of. Hello, Elijah. And that's the new router, which was installed just around 3 days ago. that's enough of that. I need to arm that. There we go. Actually, I need to face it. I need it facing, the... Where should it be facing? Over here. What? Over here. Face the dining room table. There we go. Much better. Okay, that works. Looks like my cats are not here. Or where they went. Oh well, whatever. Their food is right here, by the way. Wonder if the camera can spot it. Oh, it can't. Eh, never mind. Eh? It's kinda losing focus for some reason. Oh well, whatever. Enough of that. See what games we got here. Oh, super display. Okay, that's enough of that. It's almost 4 a.m. here. I'm gonna end this a little bit early. I do need some rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow for VTuber Radio. Let's play some Christmas songs and stuff for about 2 hours. Yeah, I need to end a little bit early tomorrow because I'll be driving my mother somewhere early the next day. So with that said, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little while. This has been Elle-C and I'm out. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! I'm a cute little girl with a jaded face. Elle is my name and 13 is my age. I'm not just a lolly and that's a fact. I'll praise and cheer for all your super chats. Please subscribe.